Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Hello again, everyone. I sure hope you're doing well. 11/25/25. It's a great day to be alive. That rhymes. I didn't plan on doing that, but we're in a great mood around these parts. Look at this set. Look at it. Look at it. Thanksgiving around these parts. Look at it. It's beautiful. What a time. What a time. Who's unhappy during Thanksgiving week? And I know it's just something that's celebrated here in the United States, but we're trying to exude that happiness, that appreciation, that gratefulness onto the rest of the world. And yesterday was a great day, and we're very thankful for yesterday's program. We were joined by the likes of Ian Machado-Gary, Tyron Woodley, Nikisa Badarian. We were joined by Arman Tsarukyan, but I still feel a void, an emptiness in my heart, because I hate not being able to say goodbye to someone. I hate having that sort of lingering, like the line, it just didn't continue, and it didn't end. There's no conclusion. So like even if you watch the breakout on YouTube, like there's no end. It's a little like incomplete is the word that I'm looking for. So it's still in my heart, a void. But other than that, I thought it was a great day. We accomplished a lot. We covered a lot. And, some might say it was a stack day. And then some might say today is a super stack day, a super duper stack day. Today is an all-time great day. 5 incredible guests from the world of combat sports. Back into the program, we're going to be joined by the great Renato Moicano. His name has come up in the post-UFC Qatar discussion, in particularly from one Dan Hooker, who said when speaking to the Mac Life's Oscar Willis, we both suck, so we might as well fight each other next. I'm paraphrasing, but that was the sentiment. Want to check in with Manny Moicano, see how he's doing, see what he thinks of that, see what he thought of the fight, see what he thought of the event. He's killing it on YouTube these days. He might be a little bit down because I do believe, Bitcoin is a little bit down as well. So I think that his mood fluctuates with how it's down, right? The Bitcoin? I think it's down. I saw a graphic. It was like, yes, there it is. I believe that means it's down, right? I believe that's what it means.
There's that little blip at the end, like it was going back up.
Okay, all right. Prior to that, we're going to be joined by the nightmare Carlos Prates, who has that incredible win over Leon Edwards, Madison Square Garden, a couple weekends ago. Very much in the mix at 170. Is Michael Morales next for him? Is a title shot next for him? Is Shavkat Rakhmonov next for him? Is Kamaru Usman next for him? There's a logjam at 170. Good problem to have. Always great to check in with him. I think he has fully recovered from his celebrations in New York. Prior to that, we're going to be joined by the great Ben Whittaker, one of the most exciting boxers in the world today. He finally makes his Matchroom promotional debut this Saturday in Birmingham on DAZN. He hasn't fought since April. Remember, he had the 2 fights back-to-back with Liam Cameron. He was supposed to smoke Liam Cameron. He was supposed to get right through him, and it didn't go that way in Riyadh. And so they ran it back, and then he won. And then he became a free agent. And he left Boxer. Boxer, by the way, having their first BBC event this weekend. But anyway, Ben Whittaker, probably the biggest name competing on a pretty quiet weekend in combat sports, certainly here stateside. We've talked to him before, haven't talked to him in a while, looking forward to checking in with him. Always look forward to our chats with Devin Haney. Devin Haney coming off that win over Brian Norman Jr. Just 3 or 4 days ago, Saturday to be exact, in Riyadh. I thought it was a great performance. I thought it was a dominant win, and he dropped him in the second. And then he was able to win a very convincing and one-sided decision. A lot of the blame afterwards directed towards Norman, but some people, including the great Eddie Hearn, directing some blame towards Devin Haney, saying that he wasn't aggressive enough, wasn't active enough. some of the things that have followed Haney throughout his career. By the way, in doing so, he has now become a 3-divisional world champion. He is now a champion at 147 pounds. So that is a pretty significant feat that he has just accomplished. And he will join us at approximately 1:30 Eastern time to talk about that. In a matter of moments, though, we are going to be joined by the great Shavkat Rakhmonov. We have not talked to Shavkat in quite some time. The last time we spoke to him was before the Ian Gary fight, I do believe, if my memory serves me correct. And, he was trying to figure out who he would fight. It was a short notice situation, supposed to fight for the belts. Bilal couldn't fight, takes the Ian Gary fight, wins against Ian Gary, and then expects to be fighting for the belt. But unfortunately, in that fight, injured himself. He has not fought now in almost a year, but he appears to be back. He appears to be healthy. He appears to be revved and ready to go. He was there in the front row on Saturday in Qatar, and he is still very much in the mix, and dare I say, the number one contender still a year later in the very stacked, very loaded, and very different looking 170-pound division from when he last fought almost exactly a year ago. He is the pride of Kazakhstan. He is 19-0 as a pro, 7-0 in the UFC, and he is kind enough to join us late at night over there on this Tuesday evening. There he is, Shavkat on the program, and joined as always by one of his managers, Sayat, who is kind enough to interpret for him. Hello, Shavkat. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Okay, maybe we don't need Sayat. You speak English now perfect.
Little bit normal.
Okay, I like it. We're getting better. Well, Shavkat, it's great to see you. It's been a while since we last spoke, and it's been a while since we've seen you. Could you tell us, first things first, how has this year been for you? You were so close to fighting for the belt in December, and then, of course, the injury, and then you can't fight in May, and so your career has been put on pause. How has this year been for you? I would imagine it was quite frustrating.
Давно тебя не видели, больше года ты уже не дрался почти. И ты должен был драться за пояс в мае, но из-за травмы отложился этот бой. И пришлось тебе, так сказать, немного свою карьеру на паузу поставить. Расскажи немного про травму, как вообще в целом этот год прошел для тебя.
Конечно, непростой год. Как бы всякие испытания были, всякие проблемы. Но, альхамдулилля, сейчас в данный момент все хорошо. Я занимаюсь, как бы готовлюсь к бою, потихонечку форму набираю. Ну, дальше будет, посмотрим, как будет в дивизионе, ситуация зависит от UFC.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy year. A lot of challenges, a lot of problems, but thanks God, everything is getting well already, and I'm already in training, getting back in shape, and just looking how this situation is gonna play out in our division to see what's next for me.
Okay, and we will get to the present in a moment, but I just want to ask, could you tell us exactly what happened, and was it an injury sustained in your fight against Ian? And how many surgeries you needed in order to get to this point?
Можешь конкретно рассказать, какая у тебя была травма? Это та травма, которую ты получил в бою с Ингери, и сколько тебе операций понадобилось, чтобы залечить ее?
Ну, у меня вообще до боя была травма, и как бы я не хотел, много готовился, за это не пропустить. И после боя понял, что это как бы травма серьезная, и долечить надо, и как бы сначала вообще покой дал, но это не помогло, но пришлось операцию сделать, и в данный момент себя хорошо чувствую, неплохо. В принципе, это во время боя я как бы травмы особо никаких не получил, у меня до боя было, с этим травмом вышел, рисковал, ну хотел подраться, в принципе, и тогда тоже давно не дрался, ну, в принципе, что могу сказать? Уже скоро будет год, что не дрался. Но я буду готов драться где-то в конце февраля или в начале марта, думаю.
You know, actually, I had an injury. I injured myself before the fight with Ingeri. And because I had prepared for such a long time and I didn't want to miss the opportunity to fight. And that's why I fought, took a risk. And the fight the injury didn't get worse in the fight, actually. You know, it was same same scale of the injury before the fight and after the fight. And first, I wanted to avoid the surgery and gave a rest to the injury, doing the rehab, but it wasn't enough, and then I had to do surgery still. That's why I've been out for a while, but yeah, soon it's gonna be a year. But right now, I feel good and I feel healthy, and I believe I'll be ready to fight again at end of February, probably March. So we'll see.
Okay. And was it ACL?
ACL была боковая крестообразная связка.
В принципе, как мениск, там туда-сюда, там и боковая связка тоже там.
Yeah, meniscus and like partially ACL too.
Okay. Do you think if this didn't happen to you, do you think right now you would be UFC welterweight champion?
Считаешь ли ты, если бы не эта травма, ты бы сейчас уже был бы чемпионом?
Да, я думаю, конечно, мог бы чемпионом стать. Но в жизни всякие бывает. Наверное, так суждено, что такое травма была, такие как бы мне пришлось отказаться от боя. Ну, ничего страшного, если как бы меня суждено чемпионом стать, я стану. Если нет, нет. Ну, время покажет.
Yes, of course, I think I would be champion, but it didn't meant to be. Life throw different thing at us, so we never know. If it meant to be for me to be champion, I'm gonna be champion. If not, then no.
Okay. And right now, have you been medically cleared? Like, are you 100% ready to go?
И сейчас уже врачи дали добро, ты можешь 100% тренироваться, готовиться.
Да, я готовлюсь, но по крайней мере я форму набираю. Как бы тяжело тоже, как бы давно не так бы полноценная тренировка не делать, и как бы сразу не могу как бы рисковать бой выходить. Но у меня время надо, чтобы хорошо подготовиться. Думаю, идеальная дата будет в конце февраля и в начале марта, наверное. Посмотрим, когда какие турниры будут от UFC. Вот это время.
Yeah, yes, I've been cleared. I'm just trying to get back in shape because I've been out for such a long time. It's not a easy process, to get back in shape. That's why I'm taking it easy, taking it slowly. So I believe I will be in a fight shape by the end of February, beginning of March.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see how the training goes now.
If it was up to you, Shavkat, who would you return against? Your next fight will be who?
Если бы только зависело от тебя, с кем бы ты хотел следующий бой провести?
Ну, конечно, за пояс, но я думаю, Ислам вот эта дата не будет готов. Думаю, у него как бы конца апреля, начале мая, думаю, он будет готов. Но посмотрим. От UFC тоже зависит, как они решат вопрос. А так я готов с ним тоже выйти, там без проблем, потому что они обещали меня за титул. Ну, у меня была травма, но я не смог подраться. Думаю, у меня как бы уважительная причина была, я не просто так отказался. И как бы, если UFC почитает, что мне надо с кем-то подраться, ну, без проблем, хоть с кем угодно. Самое главное, вот эта дата, думаю, я буду готов.
Yeah, of course, I would prefer to fight for the title next, but I think this timeline not gonna work for Islam. February, March. Probably he will defend his belt in April, May. That time. Of course, if I can fight Islam next, I'm ready. I can do it. But also I was supposed to fight for a title, and I had a respectful reason not to take this opportunity, and I was promised also a title shot in the future. But again, if I have to fight before title shot again, I have no problem. I can prove again that I'm the number one contender. I'm the rightful contender. Whoever is on my timeline and whoever's gonna put me in that title spot again, I'm gonna fight.
If that is the case, if they do make you fight someone else before fighting for the belt, who do you think makes the most sense for you?
С кем имеет больше всего смысл тогда подраться до титульного боя-то?
Тоже тяжелый вопрос. У нас дивизионно как бы много чего изменилось. Я думаю, 3-4 варианта есть. Любым из них готов. Как там, Prates есть, там, Усман. Что еще вот этот, который Брейда победил?
Моралес, да.
Моралес. Вот они, Бакли тоже есть вроде бы, собирается, но я думаю, вот они самые. Магдалена, может, еще там без проблем. Любым из них готов. Самое главное,
It's,
дать заранее дату еще.
yeah, it's actually hard questions. You know, a lot of things change in our division, but I see there's like 4 or 5 good options for me. It can be Prates, it can be Morales, it can be Usman. Also, Buckley been calling me out. You know, DDM might be an option. Just give me opponent, give me time to prepare, and I'll be ready to face anyone.
Do you
As
have a
long as it's
preference?
a number one contender fight. Какие-то предпочтения есть, если бы ты мог бы выбраться?
Ну, конечно, Усманом было бы интересно, но вряд ли он согласится. Там постоянно как бы не хочет со мной драться. Я думаю, кто больше, вот, не знаю, Бакли хочется победить, потому что он постоянно со мной хочет драться, что за этого так. А так, конечно, без проблем любым Пратис или вот этот Моралес, без проблем. Самое главное, заранее знать еще, готов с ними тоже выйти. В принципе, Пратис тоже хорошо идет. 2, по-моему, последних боях он досрочно выиграл. Леон Эдвардс таким ярким нокаутом сделал. Выиграл, получается. Ну, без проблем. И с кем угодно. Самое главное, дать знать заранее еще. Вот так.
Of course, the most intriguing fight for me is Kamaru Usman, but I don't believe he's gonna accept the fight against me. He's been turning down fights against me in the past, and you know, Buckley been talking a lot, been calling me out for a while, so it will be good to shut him up. But also Prates, he's on a good streak. You know, he's had a spectacular KO last time, and Morales too. So for me, really doesn't matter. There's a lot of good options, and just give me the date and open in advance, and just make sure it's a number one contender fight.
On Sunday, Islam was speaking to reporters in Dagestan. He said that you have not been active, and so he doesn't think someone who hasn't been active should get the next title shot. I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he said. What is your response to that sentiment? Here's what he said, the quote, "He hasn't fought in a year. A contender can't spend a year dealing with the injuries and then fight for the belt." And then, of course, he said, well, if he recovers and UFC decides that's next, then why not? But I just wanted to get your thoughts on that first sentiment about someone who hasn't fought in a year fighting for the belt upon their return.
Также Ислам в интервью говорил, что из-за того, что у тебя большой простой, ты не должен быть следующим. То есть тот, кто больше года простаивал, ну, не может драться следующим за пояс, по его словам. Но, конечно, говорит, если UFC решит, что ты следующий, то он согласен с тобой побиться. Какая у тебя реакция именно на это сказание?
Ну, я понимаю, если Ислам... Конечно, он тоже хочет удобными соперниками подраться, я так понимаю. Я думаю, самый неудобный соперник для него это я. По-любому я могу везде подраться с ним, и везде будет хорошим. Но не знаю, как читает, но Ислам получил титульный бой, в принципе, не как бы выиграл, но ему надо защищать пояс, как бы ему надо лучшему. Я еще не побежден, никто меня не выиграл, хоть я год не подрался. Я думаю, я могу всех в своем дивизионе выиграть. Ну, без проблем. А как UFC решит? Ислам, думаю, если, как говорит, UFC решит, что у нас поединок будут, я там готов. Ислам тоже вроде как бы готов. Самое главное, не убегать, как бы всякие выходы не искать, и хорошо подойти, подраться еще.
Yeah, maybe Islam looking for more suitable, more convenient opponent for him. I believe I'm the most inconvenient, hardest fight for him in the division. I'm undefeated for a reason. I believe I can beat anyone in the division. But as Islam said, you know, whatever UFC decides, and I believe he's gonna accept the fight. So if UFC is gonna decide I'm next, I also am not gonna miss this opportunity. I'm gonna take this fight.
Were you surprised at how dominant Islam looked in his 170-pound debut against JDM a couple of weekends ago?
Был ли ты удивлен, насколько именно доминирующе выглядел Ислам в своем дебютном бою на полусреднем весе?
Да, конечно, он доминировал, хорошо выступил. Но меня хочется понять, или Ислам так хорошо борется, или Магдалена вообще не умеет стать там под соперника. Вот это хотел понять. Ну, посмотрим. Я думаю, я смогу Исламом спокойно подраться и как бы выиграть его. У меня есть как бы универсальность, чем как бы у многих бойцов нету. Думаю, бой покажет, что там личные слова туда-сюда. Посмотрим.
Yeah, I believe Islam had a great performance, but I also want to find out for myself: is it JDM had such a bad performance, or Islam had such a good performance? I believe I'm a universal fighter. I can make it hard for him everywhere. So yeah, I just want to find out for myself what's going to happen.
I personally think that you are the most deserving based on your resume. If they didn't give it to you because of the time off, I think that Ian Gary would be next, but you have the win over Ian Gary. He's obviously been more active this year. I said this to Ian yesterday, and he said, no, essentially the injury you sustained was in the fight against him, and he's won twice this year, and he should be next. And as of this morning, he is now ranked above you in the UFC rankings. And so can I get your reaction to what Ian is saying, and also to you now being below, in terms of the rankings, the guy that you last beat?
Также Ариэль считает, что ты должен быть следующим, но если тебе не дадут из-за простое следующий бой за титул, он думает, что Иэн Герри должен драться за пояс. Но у тебя есть победа над Иэн Герри. Да, сейчас договорю.
Да.
У тебя есть победа над Иэн Герри, но Иэн Герри говорит, что он был более активен, и твоя травма, это он тебе причинил эту травму, поэтому он должен быть следующим. И сейчас в рейтинге он поставили на одну строчку выше, чем тебя, поэтому какая у тебя именно реакция на его слова и на рейтинг?
Ну, я от него, конечно, травмы не получил никаких, конечно. Я вышел с ним с травмой. Зачем меня врать? Люди, кто со мной занимался, они все знают. И как бы UFC, которые мы хотели с физиолечением, они тоже знают. Но, конечно, он был активнее, чем я, это надо признать. Просто как бы у нас разные ситуации были. У меня травма, у него нет травмы. За это он выходил. В принципе, он 2 боя выиграл после меня. Молодец. Но хоть 2 боя выиграл, хоть 3 боя выиграет он, я все равно его, думаю, еще раз, даже если мы выйдем с ним, реванш будет, я его еще раз выиграл. Я думаю, как бы намного получше подерусь и получше выиграю его, если мы в следующий раз встретимся.
You know, like I said before, I sustained an injury before the fight. He didn't injure me. I don't need to lie about that. You know, people who train with me can confirm that. People in UFC PI, physios can confirm that. And I didn't sustain any injury in the fight with Ian Gary. Of course, I have to admit that he's been active. He's been doing well. He had 2 wins, but doesn't matter if he have 2, 3 wins. I'm already the guy who beat him, and if we fight again, I believe I'm gonna beat him again especially next time I'm gonna do it even more convincingly. I'm gonna perform better because I won't be fighting injury. I won't be fighting injured.
I saw that you were there to watch his fight, and you guys had a nice little interaction right before he entered the cage. What did you think of his performance? Here it is. What did you think of his performance and the win against Belal Muhammad on Saturday?
Также вы на турнире пересеклись, поздоровались перед его боем. Как ты оценишь его в целом выступление с Белалом Мухаммедом?
Хорошо выступил, не дал никакой шанса Белалу, в принципе. В борьбе себя показал хорошо защищался и перебивал его. Ну, думаю, отличный. Я считаю, что Иэн Гарри выиграл. Безусловно, там никакой спора, ничего не должен быть. Все. Молодец, хорошо работает.
Yeah, I believe he performed well, and he beat Bilal convincingly. He outstrike him, didn't let him out wrestle himself. Defended takedowns. So overall, he performed very well and won undoubtedly.
I'm going to let you go in a moment, Shavkat, because I can see you're very tired. I'm boring you with all my questions. I see you. I see you yawning like that, so I'm boring you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a very boring guy. I'm sorry. But can I ask? I saw that you received something from the president of Kazakhstan. The order of the 2 degree. Barry, look at this. Look at this amazing picture. What did you receive here? What is this honor that you received from the president of Kazakhstan?
И что тебе за орден вручил президент Казахстана?
Ну, это как бы Барс-2, там хороший орден. Как бы, я не знаю, я сам за 2-3 дня узнал, так, в принципе, был рад. Очень приятно, что как бы в Казахстане меня как бы уважает и как бы ценит мой труд, вклад в спорт, в общем развитие. Еще, в принципе, буду рад, как бы буду стараться еще больше какие-то достижения делать и как бы постараюсь привести пояс в Казахстан UFC. Вот. Что я стараюсь как бы для болельщиков драться, чтобы казахстанцы радовались моими победами и как бы чтобы, не знаю, там, у нас любят UFC очень сильно просто вот так.
Yeah, I was actually surprised to get it. I found out only like 2 days before that, and I'm pretty honored. It's I believe I received it for overall development of the sport, and popularity of the sport among people. And people in Kazakhstan, they really love UFC, and I'm truly grateful for the support I receive, and really thankful that all my hard work, been recognized and been respected.
Amazing.
I'm very thankful for that, and I will do everything in my power to keep our nation, our people happy, and to bring the belt back to my homeland.
And very quickly before I let you go, if in fact you do fight Islam, could you give us a taste, a preview? How does this fight play out in your mind? You versus Islam, he's looked so good. He's won 16 in a row, so dominant. How do you think the fight plays out?
И, так сказать, небольшой превью, прогноз. Как ты считаешь, твой бой с Исламом пройдет? Как ты себе именно сам представляешь?
Ну, представляю, конечно, очень конкурентный бой будет. Ислам, как всегда, захочет перевести или побороть. Я думаю, я буду готов его тейкдауном и хоть что там. Ну, я думаю, я буду самым неудобным соперником для Ислама. Я могу везде подраться, хоть в партере, хоть в стойке, хоть в клинче. Думаю, Ислам это все понимает. И как бы его команда тоже понимает. Думаю, они... Ну, они думают и понимают, что самый серьезный соперник для них и это я. Если как бы правда говорит.
Yeah. I believe it's going to be a very, very competitive fight. Islam is great, and he will believe he's going to do his thing and try to take me down. But I can cause him problems everywhere. In a stand-up, I believe I can defend his takedowns. I believe I can cause trouble in the clinch. And I stand on my points that I'm the most inconvenient opponent for him. And I believe that his team and he himself knows that too.
Well, the great news is you are back, you are healthy, and this is a big problem for the welterweight division. So happy to hear this. Welcome back, Shavkat. I wish you nothing but the best of health. Good luck. Hopefully you get what you are searching for, that big opportunity, and always appreciate you coming on and giving us a few moments of your time. So thank you so much, and thank you so much to Sayat as well, and good luck to you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ariel.
Take care, guys. There he is, the great Shavkat Rakhmonov, undefeated 19-0 as a pro, 7-0 in the UFC. And in most people's estimation, considering the fact that he was supposed to fight for the belt in December and Bilal couldn't fight, and then Ian saved the day and gave him the opportunity to fight. And then apparently, according to him, he further sustains or already had an injury. He is saying it did not happen in the fight, whatever. Not important at this point. Then he was supposed to fight in May. That didn't happen because of the injury. You would think he would be in consideration. Islam saying he hasn't been active. Other people have gotten title shots being out for a year or so. If Islam isn't going to fight by, February, March or so, it sounds like he wants to fight, and you got to give him a lot of credit. He had the title shot. He took the Ian fight. He could be close to a title shot. He's open to taking another fight. That's what you want. A fighting contender, a fighting champion. He reminded me a little bit of when Connor does the ESPN radio guy. You know when you do the yawning, GC?
Yeah, the coworker.
Yeah,
radio.
He was reminding me of that.
Yeah. You sit down with a coworker and they hit you with the. Yeah, not really looking forward to the work day today. Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, you excited to fight Ian Gary?" Yeah.
He was trying to do it off camera too. He was going.
Well, after you called him out on it, and then he hit the. Yep, for sure. Yeah, can't wait. Ian Gary. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, man, poor guy. I feel so bad.
Well, then you imitated it, and yawns are contagious. So he started yawning again. He saw you yawn, and it.
I didn't know if it came across. So I was trying to show him, like, I see you, my friend. I see you struggling. I just have a few more questions. You've been a big mystery all this time. So I needed to get some clarity. I'm sorry. I just wanted to know how he was feeling about it all. Plus, we find out this morning that Ian has now leapfrogged him. We know that these rankings are a what have you done for me lately? Whatever happened to them changing the rankings, by the way? Didn't they say that was happening one of these days? Your boy, there it is. Jack Della 1. Ian all the way up to 2. Shavkat 3. Morales 4. Bilal 5. I don't really have a huge issue. Jack, I'm fine with Jack staying up there. Shavkat has the win. It's like, what are you basing it on? Activity. Morales 4, Bilal 5, Carlos. I don't know. I feel like I put Carlos above Bilal with the win there, but Bilal has the win over Leon 2. Brady, yeah, that makes sense. Usman 8, Leon 9. I would put Leon over Kamaru. How does Leon not get over Kamaru? He has 2 wins over him recently. And then Joaquin. I feel like those are the guys. Your boy Waldo Cortez, number 5, I saw. Pretty big. 5 pound for pound, by the way, not in the heavyweight rankings. Like 5. Oh, this is heavyweight. Cyril, Volkov, Pavlovich, Curtis Blades, Waldo Cortez Acosta, Jalton Almeida, Sergey Spivak, Derek Lewis, Antti Delia, Marcin Tybura. Very, very soon we could have 2 new names on that list. You can have Rico Verhoeven. You can have a Glory Kickboxing world champion and an Olympic gold medalist. And how different does that division look if those 2 guys enter the mix? That would be incredible. No yawning there. Anyway, great to hear that he's doing okay. Great to hear that he is healthy again, ready to go. Sort of the forgotten man at 170, but stylistically, hard to argue against the fact that he probably would be the worst matchup right now for Islam. His last few wins, well, I can tell you all of his wins in the UFC. Ian Machado Gary, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Jeff Neal, Neil Magny, Carlston Harris, Michel Prazeras, Alex Oliveira. Every single one of those fights, other than the Ian Gary fight, he won via stoppage. Sub KO, sub decision. So again, the kind of fighter, dare I say, that you would want to have in the mix, especially with people getting upset about some of these decisions, which is crazy. As we've outlined, Islam, not a boring fighter. Khamzat, not a boring fighter. Actually, quite the opposite. More often than not, they are getting finishes. Do we have our next guest, or should I? I had something here. What about this, guys? We've been talking about the the Dylan Dennis thing with Team Khabib and Islam and all this stuff. I wake up this morning to a tweet from the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. Now, he's on his way out as of, I think it's January 1st, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Well, here's my mayor, Eric Adams, and yours, Frank.
What the fuck is that?
These assaults at Madison Square Garden are completely unacceptable. The NYPD is already conducting a full investigation, and everyone responsible will be held accountable. Now, I would imagine the majority of these people aren't in New York anymore. So what could they really do, right? But I didn't expect the mayor of New York City to weigh in on the Dylan Dennis brawl at Madison Square Garden. Kind of a surprising one. Now, Frank, as the resident legal expert on the team, what do you think happens here? What do you think he can do?
I don't think he heard you, man.
Oh.
I think he's ignoring you.
Oh.
Sorry, we're trying to get the guests ready to go.
Okay, is he
what
here?
was your question?
I was
We're
just
still
asking,
framing. We're still framing.
as the legal expert on the squad,
Oh,
what do you
glad you asked.
Yeah, tell us.
I mean, it's. I hate to use this word, but it's a little performative for him to put out this message right now.
Oh, wow.
So,
Frankie counting down the days to Jan 1, baby.
Wow, sorry.
I'm just saying, do what you will,
Why is it performative? There was a brawl at one of the most famous venues in the city. Of course he's going to weigh in. He's still doing it.
I've only been to a few UFC events. Like, I'm by no means an expert. But the last time I went to one was in Atlantic City, and there was a brawl right in front of me, right?
Okay.
So I didn't... Trying not to say anything that I will regret later, but this is a common occurrence. Now, Dylan Dennis has been known to be in brawls in New Jersey and famously got arrested, this sort of thing. So I get why it's noteworthy, but this almost just feels like the mayor is just jumping on it. Like, nobody has had an outcry of like, oh, there's violence happening at the combat sports,
All right. Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Frank. Thank you for telling us how you really feel. This is the type of insight that we want. All right, let's move along now. Massive win for our next guest this past weekend. Dominant win, now a 3-division world champion. He defeats Brian Norman. Everyone said he was going to be the boogeyman. Everyone said this was going to be the one. This was going to be the one. This was going to be the fight in which he gets exposed, knocked out, all these things and more. In the end, another masterclass, dare I say, for our next opponent. He is the one and only Devin Haney, who is kind enough to join us from, I do believe, all the way still in the Middle East. There he is. Hello, Devin. How are you, my man?
What's up, Ariel? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Feeling good about what you did on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm happy with the performance. I went in there and I did everything I said I was going to do. I stuck to my game plan, and I got the victory. And I looked good doing it. So I'm happy with the performance for sure.
Are you at a hookah lounge right now?
I'm at a restaurant, hookah lounge. Yeah, that.
Damn.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Are we annoying you? Is this a nuisance in your life?
No, I love to hear from Ariel. I always love to talk to you. And so I'm happy to be on with you.
Okay, I appreciate it. None of these haters, right? I see you going after the haters online right now. All the media guys, you're not happy with a lot of your counterparts, a lot of your colleagues in the business.
Well, I just know that a lot of people, wrote me off. They didn't believe that I could get it done. I think a lot of people underestimated me. My opponent underestimated me. The media, the fans underestimated me. And I just showed that, I'm not one to be doubted. I'm not one to be, taken lightly.
Do you use this as motivation, as fuel? Do you listen to that stuff before the fight and say, all right, I'm going to show you guys? Do you pay attention to that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, of course, me going into this fight, an underdog was very surprising for me. But, I just used it as fuel. I seen what everyone was saying, that I was going to get knocked out. And, over this, it's been a little over a long year for me. A lot of people said a lot of things. And I knew that the time was going to come where I was going to have to put up or shut up. And I was either going to make them, eat their words, or I was going to make their words, true. And this was the time. And so I took it very serious.
When you dropped him in the second round, did you say something to him?
No, I didn't say nothing. I just looked at him. I didn't say anything.
Now, how close do you think you were to stopping him?
I think I was very close. I think the ref did a phenomenal job, but during we were exchanging, and then he broke it up, and he warned me for something. I forgot what it was, but I think maybe for behind the head or something like that. I'm not sure, but I think that if that didn't happen, I think I would have stopped him. But Allah's perfect planner. Everything happens for a reason. I was able to still, showcase, with me being versatile. I think that if I would have knocked him out in the second round, they would have said I got him with a good shot. It was a lucky shot or whatever. I was able to show, my skills. I showed my full arsenal, and I'm happy with the outcome.
Are you disappointed that you didn't stop him?
No. Like I said, I'm happy with the outcome.
Okay.
I think that I was able to showcase my game, showcase my skills, showcase my IQ. I was able to take a few shots and show my chin. I'm very happy with the outcome.
A lot has been made of how little he threw, his lack of activity. Were you surprised by that, or do you think that's just taking credit away from you?
No, that's everyone. Everyone against me. They have a low punch output. They have the lowest punch output against me, and that's for me. Handicapping him. We studied him, day in and day out. So we knew what he was going to do. We knew his weaknesses. We knew the things that he was good at. So and the things that he was good at, we took away from him.
Do you think that you exposed Brian Norman because there was a lot of hype around him, or do you think he just met you, the better fighter, and can still have a much higher ceiling and go far in this sport?
Yeah, no, I think he just fought me, and like I said, I said that I was too experienced, and I was just a far better fighter than him, and I was on a different level. I think that he will still have success like he's had in the past against those kind of fighters, but I am a special fighter, and I just showed that.
A great moment towards the end of the fight between you and your dad, in between rounds, where you say "I love you" to him, and it was just awesome to see that. What in that moment sparked that? What prompted you to have this exchange with your dad?
Well, I don't really remember that clear of exactly what sparked it, but I just remember, thinking in a fight that, my dad was right about everything. My dad, along with my other coaches, but my dad, drew up the game plan, and it worked to a T. Everything worked, and it wasn't just the game plan in the fight. The game plan in the build up and everything. Everything was strategic, and it all came from my dad. Everything that we were very strategic. We were very we were, people were saying that I was scared. Everything that we did was premeditated, and people were falling for the trap. Brian Norman fell for the trap. They were underestimating me, and it all just worked out in our favor.
Can you give me some examples? Like, what are you talking about? I remember in the face-off, people were like, "Oh, this is a different side of." Are you talking about things like that in the build-up to the fight?
Yeah. A lot of the things that I said when I was in front of him, and I was in at the press conference, and I was bouncing in front of him, that was all premeditated. Everything was planned. And we planned all of it, and everything from when we were facing off to when I stepped forward and I stepped closer to him. I was showing dominance. Everything was premeditated. We planned and we worked on everything, and we were ready. We came ready. I think that Brian Norman and his team, they weren't ready. They weren't ready for that moment. But I think that just experience is what took me over the edge and what just separated me from them.
It got heated between his dad, your dad, the two camps, all that stuff. Did it make the victory any more sweeter because of all that stuff leading up to it?
No, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Like I said before, no matter what he says or whatever, no matter what I say, when we get in that ring, I'm gonna do my job. I could care less. His dad, he talked a lot, but I was gonna do whatever I was gonna do regardless. Whether he talked or whether he didn't talk, the outcome was gonna be the same.
Have you rewatched the fight?
No, I haven't. No.
I'm just curious, throughout the broadcast, they kept showing Conor Benn ringside, and he was yawning, and he was sleeping on Eddie's shoulder, and I'm just wondering what you thought of some of that perceived shade throughout your fight on the telecast.
Actually, yeah.
Eddie's little puppet. Eddie is his master, so he does what Eddie wants him to do. Conor Benn has accomplished nowhere near what I've accomplished. If we both were to retire today, ask boxers, ask the fans, whose career would they rather have? My career or Conor Benn's career? And I'm younger than Conor Ben. He hasn't accomplished nothing. He hasn't done nothing in the sport of boxing. His biggest win is against a weight drain guy, and then he lost the first fight. He had a rematch to get a win against a guy that was weight drained. He did a rematch clause, did all these stipulations. That's his biggest win of his career.
Well, as you know, and your dad has addressed this as well. Yeah, go ahead.
And the guy that he lost to, that he had the weight drain to put all these stipulations on, was never even world champion. And I love Chris Eubank, but he was never even world champion. So you can't even put us in the same sentence. He's nowhere near my level. And like I said, he's Eddie's little puppet. He does what Eddie says. Eddie has been hating on me for a while now. Every chance he gets, he talks down on me. Eddie Hearn. Yeah, like I said.
Keep going. What did you want to say?
I said what I had to say.
Okay. Can I want to read the quote from Eddie, because I know your dad responded to it. He said, "You are fighting scared," meaning you. He's fighting scared. He doesn't want to engage at any moment during the fight. You have Turki Al-Sheikh, who's paying the money. Haney had the fight at Times Square against Ramirez, and now this. I told him after the fight, you have to switch it up. You can't keep fighting like that because no one is going to want to tune in and watch. What is your reaction to that quote, that criticism from Eddie Hearn?
You sound like Eddie Hearn is hating. Eddie Hearn is he's like a bitter ex-girlfriend of mine. Every chance he gets, he talks bad about me to this person and that person. I hear everything that he says to promoters, to fighters. Eddie Hearn cannot stop bringing my name up.
Where's this coming from, though? Because you had a great run together, and it seemed like even despite the fact that you weren't working together, that there was a mutual respect.
Eddie Hearn is bitter. Eddie Hearn said I wasn't. After the fight, counted me out. He said I wasn't gonna make. Anything over $1 million. My worth dropped. I was chinny. I couldn't take a punch. I didn't have no confidence. He said I was gonna lose to Brian Norman. Eddie Hearn, every chance he gets, he hates.
Do you want to fight one of Eddie's guys next in order to stick it to them?
I don't give a fuck. I'll fight anybody. I don't care.
Who does make sense for you next?
Whoever my dad says.
Do you have a preference?
Whoever my dad says.
Okay, so none of the names, the top guys, there's a bunch of them right now. Obviously, Ryan's out there, Barrios is out there, even Pacquiao, all these guys. Anyone in particular? You guys know me. You guys know my body. You guys know my character. You guys know the type of fighter that I am. I will fight anybody. It doesn't matter. Whoever my dad chooses, whoever he chooses, that's who I'll fight. Okay. Can I just ask, when will we see you again?
I don't know. I just fought like 2 days ago. I know,
but like in a perfect world for you, do you want to come back in the summer? Do you think you'll come back in the spring, in the fall? Like, how long do you want to be out?
Doesn't matter.
I like watching you fight. That's why.
Oh no, I appreciate that. I trained yesterday. I trained today. And I'm gonna train again tomorrow. It doesn't stop. This is a lifestyle for me. It does not. It doesn't matter. I will fight anybody, anytime, any place. I'm a true throwback fighter. And Eddie Hearn said I fight for money. I don't fight for money. I fight for legacies. That's why I am fighting the best fighters in the world, time in and time out. Conor Ben fights for money. That's why he's never been world champion.
Would you like to fight him?
It does not matter what I just told you.
Okay.
I told you I will fight anybody.
All right.
It does not matter to me.
Can I just ask, how good did you feel at 47 as opposed to the weights you fought at in the past?
Yeah, I felt much better at 147. I think my performance showed it. Much more of my natural self. And I'll be at 147 for a while. Okay,
so for the foreseeable future, we're sticking with this weight class.
Yeah, I want to make the biggest, best fights happen. Against the best fighters in the world. So 147, I'm champion now. And I want to pick up more belts. And yeah.
Okay, last question. I did see Jack Catterall weigh in, and you said, ask your coach what would happen if I fought you. What were you referring to there?
Well, his coach is Bozy. That's Boots' dad, right? That's his coach.
Yes, sir.
So I just said, I think that he was talking out of turn. I think he should ask his coach. If him fighting me is a good fight, if that's really something that they want to do.
Okay. Thank you, Devin. Congrats, man. Appreciate it very much. Great performance. Always appreciate you coming on and talking to us.
For sure. Thank you, Ariel.
Was there anything else you wanted to say?
No,
I feel like there's something else you want to say. They're telling me to wrap. That's why. So I just want to. I was going to go longer, but I don't want to take up your time.
No, I didn't. No, my phone is actually on 3%.
Oh, damn.
No, it's nothing more than that I want to say. Thank you for the interview. As always.
You're the man.
Talking to you.
You're the man, Devin. Much love. Salam alaikum, my brother.
Walaikum salam. Thank you.
There he is, Devin Haney, the man. We don't want another phone to die, right?
We don't.
Because then I'll feel sad about that. I still feel sad about the Arman Tsarukyan situation.
I feel like getting Haney back tomorrow
will be a problem. Yeah, everything is a big problem, Or, I mean, he's fired up about the Eddie stuff.
And the Conor Benn stuff.
Eddie Conor. What do you call him, his puppet? You said Conor is Eddie's puppet, right? How times have changed. Not that long ago, they were boys. Not that long ago, he was like his guy. He was bigging him up.
100%.
Listen, I think Devin is great for the sport. I know people don't like him, don't like his dad. To me, it's box office when he fights. It's must-see TV. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea, but they talk the talk and they walk the walk. Look at Devin Haney's resume. Look at the names that he has fought, I don't know, let's say 5 years. Brian Norman Jr., Jose Ramirez, Ryan Garcia, Regis Prograis, Vasily Lomachenko, George Kambosos, Jojo Diaz, Jorge Linares, Eureka Gamboa. I mean, that's an insane lineup of guys.
The craziest part, he's only 27.
Yeah, that is
done
insane.
all that by 27.
He's younger than Conor Benn.
Yeah, and the one blemish on the resume was overturned. Like it's an incredible resume.
It really is. But people, for some reason, they get it. I think there it is. I think that they get annoyed about the 0-2, but I think he doesn't have X-Pac heat. With all due respect to my friend Sean Waltman, I think people want to see him lose, and ultimately, some people, not everyone, but ultimately, that's fine. Like the worst thing that you can have is an apathetic public. As a fighter, that's the worst thing. The best thing is actually people wanting to see you lose. Floyd Mayweather made an entire career based off that. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, people were somewhat apathetic. The general public, the hardcore boxing fans loved him, or at least respected him, wanted to watch him fight, were excited about his fights, would talk about his fights. He'd be on Friday Night Fights or HBO, whatever. Then he becomes Money Mayweather, and he becomes the biggest star in all of combat sports and the highest earner and all that stuff.
The key, though, is what Mayweather was able to do, which is convert that into pay-per-view sales, convert that into box office, right? Brian Norman Jr., great fight, but when you start talking about Conor Benn, the rematch with Ryan Garcia, this is where you make the money. This is how you convert that people wanting you to lose into the financial gain, and that has to be the next step.
We do have the video of Eddie talking about Haney. Is it the same? Is it the same quote? Let's see it. Let's see it.
They're not happy with me because I said it was boring. How boring was it? I mean, let's be honest. And I said on the broadcast, I give Devin respect. He's become a 3-division world champion, but it ain't good to watch. He doesn't want to engage at all. So I'm not having a go at them. I'm just being honest. He doesn't look like a guy that really wants to be in there. But anyway, well done to him.
What did His Excellency make of Devin's performance? Did you chat to him?
No comment.
Oh,
because we had the Tom and Jerry comment
no
before.
Comment.
I mean, that's the one right there. That's the one right there. Can I be honest? I want to see Conor Benn versus Devin Haney now.
Hell yeah.
That's the one.
Conor Benn, oh man, there's so many options.
Conor Benn versus Devin Haney would be a lot of fun. That was interesting last week. We had Conor on, and we were debating, the Ryan Garcia Barrios thing, and then it's Garcia who says, I'm fighting Barrios, although it didn't feel like an official announcement. He even used the uncrowned graphic.
He sure did.
Shout out.
It was a great graphic.
That means, though, if that is in fact happening, that means Conor needs a new dance partner. And I heard him say that he'd want to fight Mario Barrios Cinco de Mayo weekend. But maybe is it maybe Garcia, Barrios, Haney, Benn? I would love that.
I would love that too, but you could also wait if you're Conor Benn. You could just wait for that to resolve.
Nah. Haney versus Conor Benn is a big time fight.
Massive.
Throw Shakur in the mix too. Would be incredible.
All right, so Shakur's in the mix. Now who's fighting who?
I don't know. I would. I mean, I still want to see Haney versus Garcia too. That's probably the biggest one of them all, to be honest.
Well, we assume that he's fighting Barrios, right? Like I assume that's.
I mean, it was an announcement that he made.
Yeah,
I feel like he was trying to will that. He was trying to will that into existence.
Yes.
Even had a date and everything. He had the belt there and everything. Use our graphic though.
What do you mean? That's the upside.
Yeah, no, I liked it. By the way, yeah, I said thank you for using our graphic. I don't know if you guys saw this, but speaking of great welterweights, the one and only Conor McGregor was on the soccer pitch. He was on the football pitch last night. I think he scored a hat trick. Look at this. Look at this left foot. Whoosh, top bins. Conor McGregor. Oh, that one was a little tap in. Let's see this. Let's see this. Woo! Yeah, know yourself. I mean, if this isn't an indication that the Mac Daddy is back, Triple Crown baby, we're coming. Coming for the treble.
Yes, bro. Things you love to see. Things you love to see. Yes, bro. Hello, bro.
Yeah.
Treble, baby. That's a sign. That's a sign, baby. The Treble Crown.
What's the sign? What do you think the sign is?
I was going to ask you.
No, I don't know.
What's the sign?
I don't know, but
Who's to check?
The Hattie is nice, man. That left foot was nice. Was nice. You know, like how they say it's nice. Also nice was this video of Ilya and Alexandra's dad reacting to the aforementioned Alexandra Toporia's win on Saturday. Beautiful stuff, heartwarming stuff. This courtesy of Setanta Sports. Did you guys see this? This was nice. Look at this.
30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Alex.
I love it. A great moment. I love that stuff. I love those videos from back in, I guess that's in Georgia, probably. The ones with Merab's family are great as well. Great stuff for Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev, guys, receiving an award for achievements in physical culture and sports in the Republic of Dagestan. Nice stuff here. Look at this. I love these things. This is heartwarming stuff right here. Yes. Does anyone know what this means? It's just it's an honor. He seems delighted. That's beautiful. I love that stuff. In a matter of moments, we're going to be joined by the great Ben Whittaker. Before we get to Ben Whittaker, last night on WWE Monday Night Raw, it's tough for Brock Lesnar. He came out, he was ready to go. He had the man Paul Heyman by his side, and then he slipped. But then he did this sort of like back roll thing. And he actually, I thought he rebounded quite nicely. Like, yeah, that was what I meant to do. The beast incarnate never slips. I thought it was a pretty good recovery, guys. What did you think?
I didn't think it was as smooth as you probably thought.
Oh.
The fact that he slipped in the first place isn't.
Would you say it's tough?
It's tough.
He doesn't have a choice in the matter.
That actually sounded like a ventriloquist.
I should have mouthed with it. I knew Frank was going to hit it.
In the moment, though, I was hearing Terrence's voice. I don't know why.
It's tough.
I don't know if it's because of the cowboy hat that he was wearing. It just felt more like a country version of It's Tough, you know?
And he definitely didn't mean to do that.
You don't think so?
I'm asking you.
Oh,
I wasn't watching it.
You're usually watching Monday Night Raw.
I watched the MSG one.
You gonna watch Survivor Series at Petco?
No.
Survivor Series this Saturday at Petco Park, outdoors in San Diego.
That's sick. That's nice. I wish I could do something outdoors right now.
There was actually once a time where Survivor Series was on Thanksgiving night. That was the best. I would sleep at my grandparents' house. Thanksgiving Thursday night, and we'd have school the next day. We'd have school on Thanksgiving Day because it wasn't Thanksgiving in Canada, and I would sleep at their house, watch it on their illegal pay-per-view box, and they'd take me to school the next day. That was like the old school Thanksgiving, like Survivor Series, the 4 versus 4, not 5 versus 5, 4 versus 4 teams, elimination. You know, Survivor Series used to be Team Hogan against Team Earthquake, and then every pin you get eliminated, so then it becomes like 4-on-1, and then the one comes back and defies the odds. I wish they would do that, but I guess the workers wouldn't like that, right? Working on Thanksgiving, although football players do it.
It might just be because of international audience. Move it to Saturday.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Tuned in.
You think, or maybe they just don't want to go head-to-head with the NFL.
That's true. Did the NFL add a night game?
Yeah.
Like the last decade?
Oh yeah, it used to just be the 1 o'clock or the 12:30 and then the 3:30 or whatever it was. Yeah. Maybe the 4:30.
And they have a Black Friday game now too.
Yeah, you think it's too much?
I mean, it's the same amount of games, right? It's just spread out.
Yeah, Friday afternoon game. I guess people have nothing to do. It is smart to do it on Amazon. Amazon actually has NFL and NBA this Black Friday. It is crazy though. Like there'll be ads to buy stuff in the middle of the game. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, on Amazon.
It's wild.
You doing some Black Friday shopping this year?
Only on arielhelwani.com. 20% off. Thanks for mentioning it. Right now, if you go to Ariel Helwani, there it is. Yeah. The official merch store of me. 20% off right now. Which is your favorite, guys? The Action Bronson collab, or is it the Keeping Score tee? The Keeping Score tee in the middle, we're really not showcasing the magic of the tee. The back is a scorecard, and it's 10-7U versus the haters. Then you've got the Lucha Helwani shirt over there. What else? Oh, got a nice little coffee mug tumbler. You've got the Old Dirty Helwani tee, and then of course the Nos Amour, which actually might be my favorite. Old school Expos. It's good stuff.
I personally love it.
You bought a couple from there, right?
I did.
And you actually shunned the friends and family.
I had to.
You wanted to support the cause.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're the man.
Proudly spent.
Anytime I get worried about if a guest is showing up, I just wait for Rick to talk to them.
You want me to just leave my mic open?
Oh, yeah. Well, that means that our next guest is moments away from joining us, and I'm so excited to talk to him. It's been a really long time since we last spoke to him. I think a couple of years or so. He's one of the most exciting young fighters in the game, still under 30, 28 years young, 9-0-1 as a pro. And on Saturday in Birmingham, England, not Alabama, he is returning to action in what will be his first fight under the Matchroom boxing promotional umbrella. He's fighting Benjamin Gavazi, and this is really all about him and Eddie Hearn getting on track. He leaves Boxer. He has the 2 fights against Liam Cameron. He last fought in April, promotional, free agent, signs with Matchroom. There was talk of him signing with Matchroom post-Olympics several years ago, and now it just seems like a match made in heaven, and this is chapter 1 of that new venture. And I'm very much excited to see how it all plays out. It will air on DAZN this weekend, and the surgeon is kind enough to join us. His name, Ben Whittaker, and here he is right here and now. There he is. Hello, Ben. How are you?
I'm all good. Thanks. You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Long time no speak. You've been very elusive.
Something like that. I've just been working hard, doing the job I need to do. But of course, you're a great man. I thought I'd give you some of my time.
I appreciate that very much. Elusive like you are in the ring. You know, it's hard to hit you in the ring. It's hard to pin you down for an interview. So I appreciate that. By the way, did we cut the hair or is it just tucked into the hat?
Oh, no, you know how it goes. Camp mode. I ain't got a haircut right now, but I'm fine now. I'll make sure I look sharp.
Okay. I'd love to take just a few steps back if we can, because like I said, it's been a minute. Your last fight was against Liam Cameron.
Yeah.
What did you learn about yourself and about the fight game after those 2 fights? You get one back, you win, you move on with your life. But from that experience, what did you learn?
I learned a lot, really, more about life. The way I blew up on the internet was real quick. And the way it can come crashing down can come real quick as well. So for me, it was don't really get lost in it. Just live in the now, work hard, and just focus on the small people around you, you know. And that's all I've been doing, is just trying to work hard. I've got a new coach, Andy Lee, and everything's going great at the moment.
The Andy Lee link-up, did that come after the second Cameron fight?
It came from the first one, so we was in camp for that. Great performance. And then we've moved on now into our second fight together. But luckily enough, I was with Sugar Hill, and they both read off the same hymn sheet, really. They both come from the same schooling, both from the Kronk school, so it's a good link-up.
After the fight in October against Liam, which, obviously didn't go as planned, did you feel a little bit surprised at how many people seemed to sort of like revel at your supposed demise? How many people were relishing you slipping up, so to speak?
It's one of those things, I suppose, when you're doing well. People always want to see someone fall to the knees, and sadly, that's the way of the world, that's the way of life. But for me, it was very humbling, and I needed it at that moment because, like I said, I came up so quick. Everything was happening that's never happened before. I've literally came from a house where my mum worked 2 jobs, dad worked 2 jobs. I had everything at my feet. And that little setback made me hungry again. It made me just realise that the sport is real. And if you don't switch on or be focused, it can go like that. So for me, I needed it, and I'd rather have it then than later on in my career.
Did that change the way, I don't know, you consume media, social media? Do you not listen to things? Do you not read things? Any habits changed after all of that?
Yeah, of course. Like you said, I only speak to a select few now, so I thought I'd give you my time. And I did it with The Ring the other day, but I don't really talk to a lot of people now because it's come and go. But we spoke before. You're a great person. And Nottingham Forest are doing well as well. So
yes. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, huge win. You see that win on Sunday? Or no, Saturday against Liverpool.
Playing good. You're playing a lot better than Tottenham. So
yes.
That's all I can say.
I know it was a tough one for you guys this weekend as well. Yeah, I know. You come over to the dark side. You're boys with some of the Nottingham Forest guys, right?
Yeah, I'm good friends with Hudson Odoi, Morgan Gibbs.
Yes.
He could have come to us, actually, but
I know. That was a weird one, by the way. I don't know what happened there with the owner. I don't know. We don't need to get into that, but that seemed like it was fait accompli, and then all of a sudden he was back. In the fight in April, did you know in the back of your mind when it was over that was going to be your last fight with Boxer?
There's always, it was on the back of my mind, of course, but for me, it was just go out there and win, go out there and perform, and just right the wrongs. The most annoying thing was I should have done what I did in the second fight in the first fight, and it's all down to me, really. So just to right that wrong was good. I knew on paper it would be my last fight. I gave everybody opportunity to come with what I needed, and Matchroom did, so here we are now.
And by the way, when you say I should have done in the first fight what I did in the second, what do you mean by that? What should you have done in the first fight?
Got him up out of there like I did. I just went out there professional this time, no messing around, no distractions in the camp. And it showed what type of fighter I am when I turn up right. The first round was nice and easy. Then I got him out there in the second. So a bit of a nuisance from my side because something like that shouldn't have happened. But it's happened now. I've learned from it. And we move on.
Ultimately, why did you decide to go with Matchroom? Why did you sign with Eddie and the team?
They've been there and done it before. They've took people to the heights. They know how to route a fighter well. They know how to get him the right fights at the right time. They've got good connections. And if I don't like to speak, Eddie and Frank can speak well. So for me, it was the great move for me at the right time of my career. What Boxer did for me at the time was great, but I feel like the move was needed, and it's a great move for me.
Eddie told us on the program a couple months ago that you guys even shot a promo when you were turning pro. You were that close to signing, and then after shooting it at 11th hour, you called him up and said you were deciding to go with Boxer. Could you tell us your side of that story? Did that in fact happen?
It actually did. So I went down there with my manager and stuff, took the pictures, did the sit-down interview. They sent over what it would look like, told us what day they was going to announce it. And then sadly, money talks. Boxer Ben Shalom came through with a heavy bag, and it's something I couldn't turn down.
Man. And how did he take that? How did he react when you told him that?
Of course, it was probably annoying just to know we're so close, but we kind of knew down the line would come together again. And he held out. I did what I did on the other side. He's done what he's done on the other side, and we've come together now. And Saturday is the first of many.
Was it down to him versus Boxer, or were you talking to other promotional companies too?
Yeah, I was very fortunate. I was talking to everyone. Some people stateside, people at home. And that's luckily where I am, I can talk to a lot of people. But for me, it just made sense. He's got the global appeal. I can go around the world. I can fight in the UK. I'm on the zone. So for me, it made sense.
At any point in the time with Boxer, did you feel like, man, should I have gone with Matchroom? Like, did you ever regret the decision?
Not really. No, everything was moving the way it should have moved. At the end of the day, my platform was getting big. I was performing well when I needed to perform well. But at the end of the day, I've got a lot of fans stateside, and they couldn't really do that for me where Eddie Hearn can. So that's what I'm looking forward to do.
Ben Shalom, I'd love to get your thoughts on him and your experience working with him. He's somewhat polarizing in the game. How do you feel about him now, and how would you describe your experience with him as your promoter?
For me, never a bad word about him. At the end of the day, he's come into the game young. He's done well. And you have to think boxing it's a tough game. It's a dog eat dog game. And for me, sometimes he was too nice. He was like too honest, and that honest sometimes stabbed him in the back. But for me, he did all he could. But sometimes when you got someone at my level, he just couldn't take me to the next level, and that's where Eddie Hearn can.
When you relayed the message, or your team relayed the message that you were signing with Eddie, how did he take it?
Yeah, that's why you have to pay good for your manager and lawyer. Passed it over to them and just let them deal with it. And I concentrated on the training, but I'm sure it didn't go down the best.
Have you spoken to him since?
No, I haven't. It's a bit awkward to obviously pop up and start talking about, but he knows there's no bad blood. It's just at the end of the day, you get one career. And for me, I've got to move on with mine. And hopefully whatever he does, it goes well.
Yeah, because I mean, to be honest, I thought it was a huge blow to Boxer, because I thought that you were their biggest star and most recognizable name, especially here stateside. You were getting so much attention. And so I felt like in the midst of them trying to find a new TV home, losing you was a really tough blow. So I would imagine it might have been a bitter pill to swallow for Ben.
Yeah, of course. And that's what it was. If I wanted to delay my career and wait to see what they was doing, I could have done that. But at the end of the day, time waits for nobody. I'm not getting any younger. And Eddie Hearn, like I said, he had the platform ready. He had the fights ready. I said, let's do it. I jumped ship, and here we are. As
fate would have it, their first BBC show is the same night as your show. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, the world's a funny place, isn't it? I know they had a fight. It was scheduled a couple of weeks or so before. Some mystery happened with an injury. Now it's on my night, but all I can do is focus on me. The person who's fighting, Fraser Clark, headline, is a good friend of mine. We both went to the Olympics together. We both got a medal together. So for me, as long as he wins and gets the job done, I'm happy for him. But people know where to tune in if they want some entertainment.
Do you think that they moved the date to go head-to-head with you?
Maybe so, but it won't be good for them because, you know, I'm the man that brings the view. So, but for me, it's just lock in on my fight, get the win. That's all that matters for me. But hopefully it goes well for them.
A lot of people sort of fell in love with you and were introduced to you as a fighter, given your unique style, the showmanship, the showboating, whatever you want to call it. After the Cameron experience has come and gone, are you going to remain the same type of fighter, or now with Andy firmly in your corner, are you going to be a little bit more conservative, for lack of a better word?
Funny enough, when I got to Andy, he said, I love it. Do not change it because that's what makes you special. I don't know if you can name any, but I don't know any light heavyweights 6'3" that can move like me. So that's very unique in itself. So he said, don't lose that at all. But what we've been drilling is the basics, day in, day out. And the basics can take you around the world. And then when I add my little bit of flair, that's what the fans like to see. But of course, you need to take it fight by fight because it'll work against some people. It won't work against some. So it's just down to me to know when to use it and when not to.
When people say like, oh, you know, and again, the British, I feel like a lot of it comes from the British media where they're like, you know, you have to be a little bit more humble. You can't be such a showman. You can't be such a hot dog, whatever. And to me, it's crazy. It's like we want to be entertained. We want to be fun. If you're winning, you're winning. Who cares? And I feel like a lot of that criticism comes from them as opposed to here, stateside, you're beloved. When you hear that stuff, does it get annoying? Do you feel like you're underappreciated? Does it get under your skin?
Yeah, it's a little annoying because, like you said, it's an entertainment sport, and to go out there and do what I'm doing, it is hard. I could easily keep it nice and simple and basic, but I like to, do something different. And you hit the nail on the head. It's always the UK fans for some reason. When I come out stateside, they love it. We want to see more of it. Come to America. That's what they always say. But you can't please everybody. As long as I'm getting the win, that's all that matters.
How close do you think you are to fighting here in the States?
Well, next year, hopefully, that's what it's looking like. Get through this one, get that W, and then you'll see me out there. We'll have to come into the office and do a.
Oh, that would be tremendous. Yes, please come. That would be amazing. And okay, so now with this one, have you already have you planned something out with Eddie? Like how far along do you guys go? Do you go like 2 fights, 3 fights? What does he present to you? What is the magic of Eddie Hearn when he presents you the plan?
Yeah, so they come with like a couple of fights, of course, but I'm no idiot. If you don't win the first one or the second one, there's no plan. So for me, it's take each fight as it comes. Go out there, look good while doing it and get the victory. But next year, hopefully a busy year, 3 to 4 fights, and one of them will be in America.
Okay, Benjamin Gavazi, your opponent this weekend from Germany. How much do you know about him, and what do you have to be careful when considering that you're fighting him this weekend?
Yeah, when you find a fighter like this, it's their chance. It's their chance to change their life. And he's had 20 fights. He's only lost 1. And when they've got that hunger, they can be dangerous because they know they've got nothing to lose. But it's down to me to obviously come out there focused, treat it like a world title fight, and go about it accordingly. And that's what I'll do.
This fight taking place in Birmingham, which is not too far from where you're from, right? I think you're from Wolverhampton?
That's it, yeah, right down the road.
Yeah, by the way, why aren't you a Wolves fan?
Oh, well, you know what? I actually kind of am. So my dad works at the Wolves.
Really?
They're like my second team. And then my dad is a full-fledged Tottenham fan. So when Wolves are doing well, we like Wolves. When Tottenham are doing well, we like
But you
Tottenham.
can't be a plastic fan like that. You can't go back and forth.
Yeah, we can because at the end of the day,
you make up the rules. Yeah, they're about to get relegated. It seems.
Exactly. So then I put my hope and joy into Tottenham. Then you see what they do. So it is. I'll end up with you, man. Not a Forest. When you come to the UK, let's go.
Let's go. I would love it over at the City Ground. What does your dad do for the Wolves?
He works in the tunnel, so he looks after the players and.
Wow.
Well, he says he looks after the players. He just eats the sandwiches and takes the T-shirts.
That's amazing. So how far is that from where this venue is this weekend?
Ooh, probably like 20-minute drive. So not far at all.
So this is like a proper home game for you, if you will.
Yeah, like where we're fighting, like it's 20 minutes. So we kind of class it not home, but it is home.
Yeah.
And it's good to be home. Like where I'm at right now, I'm familiar with it. I know all the shops. I know all the things like that. And it makes you a better fighter when you're happy like that. But the good thing is with my background, I've traveled as an amateur. I've traveled all around the world, and I like doing that too.
How far away do you think you are from the big stadium shows? The UK boxing scene is on fire right now, couple a year at least. Obviously, you're not there quite yet, but how far away do you think you are?
Yeah, I'm not far at all. Skill-wise, I'm definitely there, but of course, I need to get experience under my belt. But I'm in a great position where AJ's coming to a position in his career where he won't have many fights left. I mean, same with Tyson Fury. You've got Conor Ben now starting to do it. And there's no one else really there that can fill the gap, I don't think. So if I do things right, keep winning and performing, I can be that next person.
You mentioned light heavyweight. This past weekend, we saw David Benavidez compete. What did you think of his performance?
Great performance. He did what he was supposed to do. He was pillar to post. He was throwing punches nonstop. And it was funny a couple of weeks ago. He mentioned me in an interview saying me and him would be a great fight down the line. So it shows I'm doing something right if they're mentioning me already.
Wow, that is incredible. He did say, though, that he's going to move up to fight Zurdo Ramirez. Are you surprised?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I would have liked to see that fight with Jaya Patai.
Yeah.
He's my boy. I think he deserves that fight. But at the end of the day, what Benavidez is doing is great. He's jumping through the weights. He's creating his own legacy, and he's looking for the big fights. And if he gets the belts there, you have to pat him on the back and say congratulations.
And I'd love to see him fight Dimitri Bivol at 175 and then see Zurdo fight Jai. Who do you think will win right now, Bivol or Benavidez?
Ooh, put me on the spot. I like Bivol. I think he can do a bit of both. He can fight, he can box, but the relentlessness from Bivol's. I mean, Benavidez is crazy, but I'd say unanimous points by Bivol.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, he is a veteran. He's incredible. By the way, you mentioned Andy Lee. His team. I love his team. It's a very select few. It seems like Hamza Shiraz, Patty Donovan, yourself, Joseph Parker. It seems like those are the main four. Am I missing someone?
Yeah, they're the main four. We got like other guys in the gym that train with us and look after us and things like that. But that's the main four, and it's a good four to be around.
What are the vibes? What are the vibes there? Four great fighters, and he's a former great fighter turned great trainer. What are the vibes at the gym?
Yeah, the great vibes. Like I said, everybody's in a position where we all want to get better. Especially myself, I'm a competitor, so if they're doing like 2 punches on the bag, I try and make sure I do 4. If they do 4, I make sure I do 6. And that's how you create champions. You know, you always want to do better than the other. You're always active. So when I'm fighting, Paddy will be fighting next, and maybe Hamza. So we're always back to back like that. And it's you never want to lose, really. You always want to win. So that's what it's good as well.
2 last quick things. Molly McCann is fighting on this card, former UFC fighter. Did you see her Matchroom debut? And if so, what did you saw it?
Yeah, that
was
did
crazy.
You see the kick?
Yeah, the kick was crazy. I thought you would have thought the kick would have come from her, the former UFC fighter. But yeah, that was a wild one.
That was crazy. And the thing is, I don't get how the referee didn't see it.
Yeah.
But the good thing is she didn't take it down and start ground and pound.
That's right.
That would have been crazy.
What do you think about her skills so far?
She's actually good. She's good stand-up. I think that was her main thing in the UFC when I watched her fight. Her stand-up was the best. And I do think she had she said she had a bit of history in boxing. She won a national championship. So you can tell she's boxed before and she looks good.
And then the big news coming out of the UK this past week, Anthony Joshua fighting Jake Paul. Are you surprised that he is taking this fight?
You have to say to Jake, congratulations, man, for the confidence he has. To go from Gervonta Davis, who to me, he's got great skill, good power, but he was too small. And to go to an AJ, it's crazy. But I like what he's doing for the sport. Hopefully it does happen. We won't know until they're both in the ring. But hopefully it happens, and hopefully they're getting paid well.
Again, some of these curmudgeons overseas, they say that AJ is ruining his legacy by even engaging in this fight. Do you think that there's anything to that?
Yeah, I seen a piece what you said. I think you hit the nail on the head. I don't think so. I think it's good for the sport. What he's done. Look who he's fought, AJ. Even his fight that he just lost, it was against a young Dan Dubois, who's fighting people like Usyk and things. So for me, everyone else is doing it. Why can't he do it?
Yeah,
he's making some money. It's an active fight for him. Then after that, he'll come back to the sport. And what Jake's doing as well, he's doing great. He's not like he's fighting idiots. He's fighting ex-UFC champions or good boxers. So for me, congratulations to both.
What do you think happens?
Ooh. If it's anything like the Ngannou fight, I don't think they need good paramedics.
Uh-huh.
But Jake keeps surprising everybody. He's he might have a screw loose. He's doing his thing. But I just think that AJ will be a bit too much of a push. Ex-Olympic gold medalist, ex-world champion, still in decent form. Mm-hmm. It's a lot to ask.
And by the way, we mentioned football a couple times here. I'm just curious. This Jude Bellingham story is, to me, a fascinating one over in the UK. Have you been paying attention to it at all? Some of the criticism that he's received? And then Ian Wright speaking up on his behalf. And I'm wondering if you have any take on how he's treated by the media over there.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't know if it's just UK media, but when someone's doing well, you always want to rain on the parade, sadly. But at the end of the day, he's young. He's doing great. The position he's in, a lot of kids would love to be there. So for him, he just needs to block out the noise and focus on himself. And sadly, that's life. When you're doing well, people don't like it.
You say that, I think, coming from a place of experience. This is reminiscent of what you just dealt with. That storm has now passed onto greener pastures. Big promotional debut this Saturday. Can't wait for it, Ben. Really appreciate your time. There's the poster. Check it out this Saturday from Birmingham on DAZN. The big Matchroom debut of Ben Whittaker. Must-see TV. Anytime you fight, we are tuning in. Can't wait for it. And don't be a stranger, okay? Don't make it so long in between chats, all right?
Thanks for your time as always. You're a very positive guy. Love your energy. And I'll see you soon after I beat this boy up, man.
Can't wait. Thank you, Ben. All the best and good luck.
Take care.
There he is, the surgeon, Ben Whittaker, who we presume will carve up his opponent on Saturday. I think that him and Eddie Hearn are a match made in heaven. He can speak. He's charismatic. He's got a great, the vibe, the dancing, all that stuff. But to have Eddie in his corner, in my opinion, the best boxing promoter right now, gift the gab, doing the interviews, on the microphone, all that stuff. I do believe that this is going to be a tremendous pairing. So that goes down this Saturday. And yes, the one and only Molly McCann on the card. Her second fight under the Matchroom umbrella. Going up against Ebony Cotton. 1-0 versus 1-0 at 126 pounds. 6 2-minute rounds. So I do believe our good friend Lou DiBella will be very happy about that. 2 minutes, not 3 minutes. Okay? In a matter of moments, my friends, we're going to be joined by Carlos Prates, the Nightmare, coming off that incredible win over Leon Edwards. First knockout or TKO loss of Leon's career. And it's been a great bounce back for him in the second half of the year. Remember, first half of the year, he fights Ian Gary on short notice. That fight doesn't go his way. Everyone's celebrating the demise of Carlos Prates and the Fighting Nerds and blah, 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 blah. Comes back, knocks out Jeff Neal with the spinning back elbow, and then knocks out Leon Edwards at Madison Square Garden. Unbelievable. And now very much in the mix. And now, what did we say? He's like 4 or 5 or something? He's something like that. I think he's 4 or 5 in the welterweight division.
I think he's 5.
Yeah, he's 6.
He's 6, actually,
okay.
behind Bilal Muhammad.
Speaking of the welterweight division, Ilia Topuria doing an interview in Spanish talking about his plans of moving up to the welterweight division. Here it is. Oh, we don't have it. Oh, well, we got rid of it. No, I don't think so. I said I was going to read it. All right, I guess we don't have it. Anyway, he was talking about his plans of moving up to 170 and saying first he wants the Paddy fight, then he wants to move up to 170 to fight Islam. Did not say Arman. And then Arman tweeted about it, saying that he was, what did he say? He called him El Pato or something, right? Saying that he was, what did he say?
Means the duck.
Yeah, but what did he say? What was his tweet, Arman? He said something like, could it be any more obvious that El Pato is doing everything in his power to avoid fighting me? Ilia said, I'd like to fight Paddy if they don't let me move up to welterweight to fight Islam, because the fight I'd really like is against Islam in the 3rd weight class. It still bugs me that we didn't get to say goodbye to Arman. I tried texting him, but I didn't hear back. But anyway, is what it is. In about 30 minutes time, we'll be joined by Renato Moicano. But for now, let us go to one of the top contenders in the UFC's welterweight division, coming off that massive win over Leon Edwards in New York a little over a week or so ago. Very much in the mix right now. He is the Nightmare, Carlos Prates, kind enough to join us on this Tuesday evening. Yes, there he is. What's up, Carlos? How are you, my man?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Are you still, I feel like you're still celebrating New York, the victory, the vibes.
Yeah. Now I'm back to train today. I come to sparring at the gym, train a little bit, sweat a little bit. But yeah, end of the year, now we're going to have Christmas.
Yes.
New Year's party. So time to enjoy that time.
Life is good, right?
Yeah, life is amazing.
Did you like New York?
Yeah. It was pretty nice city. First time I went there, and I can't wait to back there.
Yeah, what did you like most about it?
I like the how can I say, the style of the city. Also, I like the food on the street.
What was the best food? You had pizza. You had hot dogs.
Yeah, I like hot dogs, kebabs also.
Yes. Okay. I saw afterwards you were celebrating because even when I was talking to your manager, he's like, no. You're not going to hear from Carlos for a couple of days because he's enjoying New York and then he's making it to the plane. Don't go. You don't even go to sleep, huh?
After fight?
Yeah.
Nah, I just sleep on the when I was flying to Brazil.
That's incredible. I love it. What about fighting in Madison Square Garden? Did it feel different to you? Did you feel the aura? Did you feel the history? What was that experience like?
I feel the history, a lot of people's there. Like it's like the mecca of MMA, of the fights or the combat sports. Muhammad Ali fought there, John Jones, Mike Tyson, and now Prates. So I was really happy to fight there.
I have to ask, so the fight was a very entertaining fight. In the first round, it seemed like Leon, okay, he's having success, but there's the shot of him, he's on your back and he's punching you and you're just, this shot right here, you're completely unbothered by it. Like the look on your face is like, I could not care less about any of this. What is going on in your mind as he is, he's on your back, he's got the hooks in there and he's punching you and you're making that face?
Bro, I train a lot of grappling. I think now I train more grappling than striking. And also, like I said, I train with Caio Borralho. He did that position with me many times. Caio is much better grappler, much heavier than Leon. So I was pretty calm there. I was like, okay, he don't wanna submit me. He don't wanna make me tap. I just need to make his leg get tired and then he give up at the position,
Were you surprised by the game plan?
No, I expected already he would try to take me down.
Because he didn't want to strike with you?
Bro, I think nobody won.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so. But I think he was trying to do a security fight, like in the really good way, like he don't get any risks, because he come already from 2 losses on streak. So I think he was like, I need to win that fight, So he don't try knock me out or do striking or something like that.
The knockout of Jeff Neal was incredible and significant, but because Leon is a former UFC champion, he too had never been knocked out before. Does this one mean more to you?
Yeah, for sure. I think beat a former UFC champion is much better. It's put me pretty close of the title shot, so it was more important.
What is that? Can you tell us what that moment feels like when you land that big right hand and you knock him down and he's out cold, his eyes are open, looking up at the sky, and then you do this? Were you doing that to Alex, by the way?
Yeah, because he was there, I saw him, then I did to him, But Alex is like a really good friend, Really, it's really nice to all the time meet him, talk with him, get good energy from him. And I was really happy, bro. I think I was happy like all the fights, Not I not more happy or less happy. I just was really happy because I worked so hard for this fight. Sometimes I had three training sessions per day, and then I went there and knocked him out. Now I can't wait to back to the octagon and fight somebody again.
Is it true after the fight you asked Dana White to get into the cage to face off with the winner of Islam and JDM?
Yeah.
and what did he say?
He said, let's see, because it's going to be like the moment of the champion. We don't want to bottle the champion, like he disturbed the champion and things like that. But of course, he say that because I think we don't know who going to first fight for the title. So, so I think that's why.
Were you surprised with how the fight between Islam and JDM went? Were you surprised that it was so one-sided? No. How come?
Sorry?
How come? Why were you not surprised? I was surprised it was so one-sided. How come you were not?
Really?
Yeah.
Why you was surprised?
because I think JDM is a really good fighter. I'm not saying I was surprised that Islam won, but I was surprised it was so one-sided. JDM did well against Bilal, kept the fight standing for the most part in May, and so I thought that he would have greater success keeping the fight standing. I know Islam is better than Bilal, different fighter, but I just was surprised it was so one-sided.
Yeah, but when he got the first takedown, like I was thinking, like I thought he would fight better, defense better, takedowns. But I don't would say like he defense better, like have a better defense of takedowns. But I would say try to get up, better, and it didn't happen. So like I was thinking about two ways the fight goes, like or Makhachev stay on the ground, finishing him, or like hug him for 25 minutes, or he take him down and GDM get up all the time.
Yeah, and so at the end of the day, when you look at that fight, to you, was the takeaway more what Islam did or what JDM didn't do?
I think Islam.
Okay. And you and Islam have developed a nice little relationship with the Nutella and the cigarettes. It seems like there's a fun little vibe between you two.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. He all the time he meet me, he say hi. He shake my hands. He's a great champ. Not many people got two world titles from UFC on two weight class, and he did it. So I respect to him, I have no reason to me for disrespect this guy. And also I think he have no reason for he don't respect me, and two mans, if we fight, it's just work, just make money to take care about our family and things like that. So yeah, he's a nice guy.
By the way, right after your fight was Michael Morales and Sean Brady. What did you think of that? Were you surprised by that result?
No. Morales is much bigger than Sean Brady, He's wrestler, so I thought like he would be a hard night to Sean Brady, and he got to knock it out.
Did you watch the Ian Gary Bilal Muhammad fight this past weekend?
Yeah.
What did you think?
Was a really good way, really good way. Ian Gary did a really good job. But again, win by decisions, like people don't like that. People don't pay ticket to watch that. But it is what it is.
Ian Gary says now he is the number one contender. He should fight for the belt next. Do you agree?
I agree. But we know UFC is business, UFC is entertainment. So if you ask for the peoples, I think most of people want to see Carlos Prates against Makhachev.
Okay.
It's not my fault, it's not my bad. I just step on the cage and knock people out. So, it's business. Many times. I think when JGM fought for the belt, he was number 4 on the rank or number 5, something like that. Yeah. And he beat only Gilbert Burns.
So what do you think? Do you think there's a chance you'll be next?
Yeah, of course, I think. To be honest, I think. But if it's don't happen, it's okay. I can fight against JGM and then go to the belt also.
Have you or your team heard from the UFC? Because they have many options now. And even we spoke earlier to Shavkat Rakhmonov earlier in the day. And he said he's ready to go. And he said that he would love and thinks he should be next. But also he said if he's not next, he's happy to fight any of the top contenders. And he mentioned your name as well. And so what do you think the UFC is going to do? Do you have any sort of idea?
I don't know. Kamaru won the fight for the belt, Also, Kamaru and Makhachev, they have the same manager. So let's see how it's going to work. But also, he's number 9 on the rank. But also, he's the GOAT of the welterweight division. So
nah, come on. Wait, first of all, he ain't no GOAT of the welterweight. Have you heard of a guy named George St. Pierre?
I know that guy, but I prefer Kamaru.
Nah, come on, Carlo. I like you, Carlo. What are you talking about? How?
I prefer. I like more his style, you know.
Yeah, but in terms of like the results, in terms of the wins, the title defenses, it's not even close.
I like more Kamaru.
Wow, Carlos, really?
Yeah.
You think Kamaru's the greatest welterweight champion of all time over GSP?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because GSP is like sometimes boring, you know, just too much wrestling, and you know. But Kamaru Usman have a wrestling power, really good hands. So I like it. I prefer Kamaru Usman.
So you would be okay if Kamaru gets the title shot against Islam next?
Of course, no. I would be sad because I won the title shot against.
Yeah. Do you think he is deserving though? As you say, he's the GOAT. In your opinion, do you think he is deserving?
No, I don't think he's deserved. But also, like I said, he's the GOAT. For me, he's the GOAT. You know. So, I think if we choose who deserve it, I think it's hard to.
It's a tough one, right? Probably Shavkat, no? Because Shavkat beat Ian.
Okay, yeah, no, but Shavkat so long for without fight.
Yeah, 1 year.
And then, okay, I don't deserve fight for the belt because I lost to Ian Gary, you know? But Ian Gary also don't deserve it for fight for the belt because after one against me and Belal Muhammad, he lost to Shavkat, you know? And also, Morales, not too much people talk about Morales for fight for the belt. And also, Shavkat is undefeated, but almost 2 years without fight. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
So maybe
I'm not matchmaker from UFC, but if I would choose Carlos Prates because he knocked people out. People's like him, you know, and that's it.
Maybe the answer is Ilia Topuria.
I don't know. Yeah, it would be really boring if Islam fight Topuria, you know, but we need to think about that also.
Sure. There's so many people that want this Islam fight. The one name, like the one matchup that I keep hearing, Carlos, that people want to see, I think a lot of people would be okay with you fighting for the belt, but it seems like everyone wants to see you versus Michael Morales because you're two explosive strikers.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm aiming to fight Morales, Jake de la Madalena, whoever UFC give me, I'm gonna fight, you know. Of course, like I said, I wanna fight for the belt, but if I need to do one more, let's go.
Yeah. So you're not saying no to anything. You obviously, everyone wants to fight for the belt, but you say yes to everyone.
Yeah.
You versus Michael Morales would be fun.
Yeah.
That guy's a beast.
I think probably main event of some fight night.
Yes. It's Deadpool versus Spider-Man.
Yeah. You know, the Deadpool is the most stronger mutant, you know?
Is that true?
Yeah, because he can stop the reality. He can stop the time and go to another reality.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's one of his power.
Is that why? Why is
the most strong?
Your Instagram picture is Deadpool? Why is that?
Because I really like Deadpool.
Okay, yeah, there you are. And by the way, parabéns, 1 million followers.
Thank you, bro. Thanks so much.
That's incredible, right? Did you ever think you would have that many followers?
To be honest, no. Or maybe yes, some point of my career, some point of my UFC career, but I thought we would get more time, you know, not so fast.
Do you feel like your performance, again, you know, everyone always is lumping the fighting nerds guys together, but you're having such success that it took maybe a little bit of the pressure away, a little bit of the heat away from the team after the fights in September?
I don't think so because we don't have pressure, you know. We do what we love. We do because we want, you know. We don't have pressure, don't have anything like this, like I have between. No, I have to do what I love. I have to do what I like to do, train, and that's it.
You don't view it that way. You don't listen to all that other stuff.
No.
That's impressive. Because I feel like a lot of people do. Or maybe it's just us and the media that listen to it.
Yeah, bro, but like I said, some interviews before, I fought many bad situations. I fought sick. I fought with my hand broken. I fought to pay my bills. I fought really dangerous place. Now fighting UFC, go get my flight. Really nice flight, really nice hotel, really nice city. Madison Square Garden, bro. It's not pressure.
Is it true you're eating Nutella cake on fight week?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. You don't have to cut a lot of weight?
Yeah, by the way, my nutritionist didn't like that,
Okay.
Because everybody was like, Carlos nutritionist let him eat a Nutella cake. Of course, he don't let me eat Nutella cake, But it was on the table, and I was really hungry, and I said, I'm gonna get some.
Is it easy for you to cut to 170?
Now it's a little bit harder than before. Before I was like 81 kilos, Before fight Ian, my normal weight is like 81, 82. And then before fighting him, I was like trying to get more weight, get more heavier.
Oh.
Talk with my nutritionist, and then I was to 90 kilos. But I'm kind of guy like not natural 786. So for cool, I don't like cut weight, but it's not too hard.
Okay. Never to the point where you would consider going to 155, right? Oh, might have lost him. Can you hear me, Carl? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, now I can.
I was saying never to the point where you would consider going to 155, right?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
170, it's okay.
Okay. What about 85?
No, so I'm not heavy to fight 170, so 185 it's too much for me.
That's right. All right. So in a perfect world for you, when do you return?
Good question. I back to train already. I don't know, bro. When UFC 1, probably after 5th February, because I want to enjoy Carnival in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
But if not, I'm okay. I'm always training. I'm always ready to fight.
I feel like the way you're answering this question, I feel like you know the answer to the question. You just don't want to say it.
No. I really don't know. I don't know. I know. I almost fought 30 December. Some grappling event, some grappling show asked me to fight Tsarukyan.
Wow.
Grappling, but UFC don't let me fight. I say yes, but UFC don't let me fight. So I don't want to fight like in January because I want to enjoy my New Year party.
Yeah.
So after February, maybe.
That would be fun. You versus Arman in a grappling match.
Yeah, it would be cool, But UFC saying no.
Okay.
And so I just want to enjoy my New Year party, maybe Carnival in Brazil, and then back to the fight. But I'm keeping training, having party, having enjoy the life. I'm keep training hard, training all the time.
Can you tell me, how does Carlos Prates celebrate New Year? Like when you say party, like what do you do? How do you celebrate?
Probably I go to like Ubatuba City, is close of my city, is on the beach. And there, like since 27 December to 31, we have like many how can I say happy concerts,
Okay.
Like, really famous MCs that I like here in Brazil. They're gonna bring it to that city, so I can go every day and to New Year, and then after New Year, rest 1st January, 2nd January, and then back to the real life.
And then Carnival. I've never experienced Carnival. How do you celebrate Carnival? That's end of February, right?
Yeah, bro, you should come to Brazil, bro, to enjoy
Man,
Carnival.
I would love nothing
No,
more.
it's
looks
really
like
nice. I like to enjoy Carnival. It's not on big city, like on small cities, old cities, because Carnival is like really cultural in that cities,
Okay,
Like it's not like I don't like Carnival in Rio or Bahia, like many people can see on TV. I like carnivals in inside of states, like really small cities. Carnival is much better.
I always thought Carnival was just in Rio. So every state, every city in Brazil has its own version.
Bro, Brazil is top, and then you can have a party every week, every city in Brazil.
Wow.
Every city, they do their own party, of Carnival. But like the most famous, because come a lot of tourists, is Rio and Bahia. But there is not nice. It's not. I don't like Carnival there. I like Minas Gerais, small cities. Like cities with a lot of histories, important histories in Brazil.
Which would be the best one in your opinion? Which is the number one that you've experienced?
Ouro Preto. It's means black gold in Minas Gerais state.
Okay, and what do you do there? How do you celebrate it? Like, what's the custom?
It's like carnival on the street, not like schools of samba going to avenue. It's like on the city, people sing the music like famous in carnival. A lot of drinking, a lot of party. Everybody happy.
Oh man, do they play?
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's my only Brazilian song that I know. I see the soccer players doing it. There was once a commercial with all the soccer players in the airport. Jogo Bonita or something, right?
Jogo Bonito, yeah.
Yeah. I love that. You see, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. When I was younger, I still like football too much, but when I was younger, many times I was watching Joga Bonito, with videos of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Cristiano Ronaldo,
yes.
Brazilian team, yeah.
World Cup this summer, you gonna watch it?
I really want.
Yes.
I really want to go I was talking with my manager, I really want to go to the finals of UEFA Europa League,
Oh yeah, in Champions League.
Yeah.
In June, early June, end of May.
No, it's gonna be May.
In May this year, okay. Who's your team? Who's your club?
Corinthians,
okay.
Yeah.
That's the one. Is that the one that Jose Aldo likes too, or is he like flamenco?
No, Jose Aldo like Flamengo.
Ah, who likes Corinthians? Who's the famous one from Corinthians?
Quem que é famoso aí? Gosta do Corinthians? Anderson Silva.
And of course, yes. And is that the one that Neymar played for?
No, Neymar play another small team.
Okay.
Not big team like Corinthians.
Okay. You go to the matches?
Sometimes I don't go for a long time, but I really want to go to. Now we have a really two important plays, like semifinals. So, the Brazilian Cup, I want to go.
Okay. I'll ask you one more thing, Carlos. If you fight Islam, he's been so good. He's been so dominant, right? How does the fight play out? How do you foresee it playing out?
Well, I think I would try knocking out all the time when we stand up. And all the time he's going to try to take me down, and I'm going to fight for get up and keep you hurting.
Easy.
Yeah. No secrets.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I hope it all works out. Hope we see you back in there very soon. And for you, I hope it's a title shot. Good luck to you, my friend. Thank you, as always, for giving us the time. Feliz Navidad. Happy New Year. How do you say, no, Feliz Navidad is Spanish. How do you say Merry Christmas in Portuguese?
Feliz Natal.
Natal, damn it. And how do you say Happy New Year?
Feliz Ano Novo.
Feliz Ano Novo. And do you celebrate Thanksgiving in Brazil or no?
No.
You know what that is here with the turkey? They have that in America? Yeah, so it's Thanksgiving on Thursday here in America.
Oh, cool.
So
it's top out in America, yeah?
Everyone,
Big holiday.
Huge one, because no religion. It's no religion attached to it. Everyone just eat be with family, watch football, be happy.
Yeah, cool, bro.
Yeah, so enjoy your holidays. Congratulations on the incredible win. Well done. Very happy for you and looking forward to what's next.
Thanks so much, brother. Thanks so much.
Okay, obrigado. Parabéns. There he is. Carlos Prates, the great Carlos Prates, kind enough to join us from Brazil. I think we need to go to Carnival, guys. Oh, ariayo.
I'm in.
Let's
go. We're there.
Yeah, you're bluffing. We're not
I'm in.
What about the time where he's telling me that he cuts weight very easily? And I'm like, oh, yeah. So would you ever consider going to 155? And Rick gets in my ear and is like, no, I think you mean 185. No, why would it be 185? He's saying it's easy to get to 155.
No,
what?
He just said it's getting harder. You're talking. He just said it's getting harder to make weight, and you're like,
nah, he said,
you ever consider going to 155? Ask him 45 next time. Let's see how easy it really is.
He said the opposite. And then I said, what about 85? And then I said 85. He's like, no, it's easy.
Fight is a fight, you know?
Yeah, but
business.
GC, tell us. Who's right here? Who's right?
Actually, Rick, because he did say it's getting harder now, and then you were like, so much so that you'd go to 155.
Yeah,
no.
What logic is that?
He was saying, I eat Nutella cake because it's so easy. I think he makes it so easy.
And then he said, oh, I used to walk around at 81 kilos, but now
you hear
I
how
have
he
the Gary
dismissed
fight.
the 185? He was like, no, why would I go to 185? I'm small
Yeah, he
for
sounded
170.
keen on 55. He's for sure going to be down there soon.
You guys have done it.
This is all semantics.
For sure.
It is semantics. I was happy that you chimed in because rarely do I hear from anyone, so I was happy.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you know what? Sorry. Let's interrupt your interview.
We all remember the last time we got
Hey,
in your
Ariel.
ear. Get out of my ear.
What did I say?
Stop talking in my ear.
When did I say that?
We all remember it, bro.
That's literally never happened.
We have to pull
Still
the
have
clip. We'll roll the
nightmares.
clip.
Pull it.
Stop! I'm middle of a big interview, dude, and you ripped at your headphones. You're like,
What are you?
stop! Not in my ears!
This has literally never happened.
Yeah, no, I'm just making it.
Oh, no, seriously, did that ever happen?
No.
Fucking hell.
Of course it happened. I remember it very vividly.
What happened? I don't remember.
That would be the most unprofessional thing a broadcast.
Could you imagine if I'm talking to someone and you're like, by the way, it's actually 185. That would be the most. Get the fuck out of my ear, for fuck's sake.
I feel like the guests
Sorry,
aren't
Carlos,
like
someone's talking in my ear right now.
Yeah, the guests aren't savvy enough to how the thing goes that they wouldn't even know what the fuck's going on. They'd be like, is Ariel melting down now?
God, he's so chill, Carlos Prates, right?
We were saying
Almost
back
too
here,
chill?
got to be a top five. Like would be down to hang out with.
Oh my God, yeah, 100%.
Just like a real easygoing dude.
The only reason I say too chill is like he's almost like he's willing to fight anybody, and I do feel like you have to be a little more steadfast.
He's like, yeah, I'd like the title shot. Yeah, what about Michael Morales? Yeah, sure, why not?
See, that's what I'm like. Maybe a little too.
What about JDM? Yeah, sure. Throw him out there too. Why not? Why not?
I think he just wants to fight, man.
He's a gangster.
But that's the thing. Like ultimately, guys like him, the wins and losses won't mean as much. So if you try to do the math of like, oh yeah, Ian has the win, he'll very. Not very likely, but there's a chance that he leapfrogs just because of how popular he is.
Oh, 100%.
If he keeps smoking cigs and knocking people out, being down to fight anyone, he'll just continue to grow on star power. And also this whole mentality he says after he gets the win at MSG, he talks about how, you know, these people don't pay here to come watch decisions. And then you ask him about Ian Gary, and he's like, yeah, well, another decision.
Yeah.
You know, people aren't paying for that. That is going to win the fans over.
Oh, my God. I would say... Well, okay, Islam is obviously huge, but then it's Shavkat, Morales, Carlos, Ian, who am I missing? Kamaru. Of all those guys, he's probably the most popular, would you say? Of all those guys? Of all the dudes jockeying for position? Strictly...
Shavkat.
I was going to say, bro, Shavkat's got motion online, man. He posts anything, it goes crazy.
Oh, I didn't realize. What's his IG follower count? Is he over a milli?
If you don't get
Shavkat for sure.
If you don't get the Kazakh flag, like, as soon as it's a Shavkat post, like...
Yeah, Shavkat's at 1.8.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't expect
anytime he tweets, it always like... He tweeted like a congrats to Islam. It does like 40,000 likes.
Do you think that's just because he comes from a part of the world that doesn't have a lot of superstars?
Yes.
And I think that like when they do have the superstars in combat sports, they go die hard for him.
But do you think that the majority of his fans are from that region as opposed to Carlos, who like you just like his personality, his vibe, his fighting style, and it's not necessarily Brazilian fans?
I think that's a fair argument to make.
Yeah.
he
But
might
what's
be
the
more
difference?
international.
No, there's no difference. I just wonder if Carlos covers more terrain as opposed to Shavkat being a byproduct of just a part of the world that doesn't produce a lot of international stars.
But is Ilya boosted by the fact that he's from Spain and Georgia?
I think Ilya is liked by a lot of people
now, right? Like if Shavkat becomes champion,
he also
then
had 2 countries. I'm not taking anything away from Shavkat. I just
working on that English too.
Is like GSP becomes what he becomes because Canada's behind him. In the same way that all these, like, this is how this goes.
What about that Kamaru take?
Yeah, don't agree with it, but
it's a crazy take.
As soon as he said
if he's
GSP
the GOAT,
is
doesn't
boring,
he
I
deserve a title shot?
I started to come on board.
Nah, I want the title shot. He doesn't deserve it.
How many title defenses did GSP have? Let me just get this here, because like it's actually kind of.
What was Usman? 5?
Welterweight 9 successful title defenses. Third most consecutive title defenses in UFC history, 9. Most successful title defenses in UFC welterweight history, 9. Most consecutive in welterweight division history, 9. Was also an interim welterweight champion as well. Most wins in the welterweight title picture. So most wins in UFC welterweight title fights, 12. Most UFC welterweight title fights wins, 14. Second most wins in UFC title fights, 13 behind John Jones. I mean, like, it's not even a question. Seriously. Now, if you want to say that he is not as exciting in your opinion, but I don't think Kamaru was like that much more exciting than George, right? I don't know.
He is.
That much more?
Yeah, I mean, even just the icing of Jorge Masvidal puts him over the top in that regard. But as far as greatness goes, yeah, it's not close.
So what did I say? 9 for GSP?
Yeah.
9-5. 5 title defenses for Kamaru. Third most title fight wins in UFC welterweight history. Third.
There is not a world where Kamaru is greater or better than GSP. There is a world where you can like him more or he was more exciting to you. But no, accolades wise, it's not even a debate in my. Like, I don't think you can make an argument. What would the argument be? Exactly.
Well, it seemed like he was leaning towards, meaning Carlos, he was leaning towards just the fact that, more exciting. But I don't think that that's what really comes into play when you're talking about the greatest of all time. I don't like this rewriting history here. Like, to me, George is not only the greatest welterweight champion of all time, he's the greatest of all time, period. I know not a lot of people agree with that one, but I never really thought that this was a question. I see here,
it's not.
In title defenses, he TKO'd Colby very late, 4-10 of the 5th round. Knocked out Gilbert Burns, knocked out Jorge Masvidal. So in 3 of the 5, well, the Woodley one, yeah, in 3 of the 5 title fights, he got a stoppage. And then George, decision. Yeah. I mean, the TKO went over BJ Penn, the corner stoppage, the Matt Serra. So in his run, there were only 2 stoppages. So I guess that's what he's referring. Still. Also, like, GSP doesn't get enough credit, as I think we discussed last week. Hendricks, Nick Diaz, Carlos Condit, Jake Shields, Josh Koscheck, Dan Hardy, Thiago Alves, BJ Penn, John Fitch, Matt Serra, Matt Hughes. That's not exactly, like, I would argue that lineup is better than the lineup that Kamaru faced. Colby, Jorge, Gilbert, Jorge, Colby.
Totally agree.
Tyron. Like, those are legends of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
So more title defenses, more wins in title fights against arguably better opposition. What are we talking about? In a matter of moments, we're going to be joined by our last guest of the day. His name is Renato Moicano. His name came up this weekend. Unless we have him. Do we have him?
No.
Okay. His name came up this weekend after Dan Hooker fought and lost to Arman Tsarukyan in Qatar. Dan was speaking to Oscar Willis of the Mac Life, and he was talking about what's next. Do we have this clip? All right, here's Dan Hooker talking about what's next and mentioning Renato Moicano.
Moicano, you and him have been going back and forth for ages. He called you famously a turtle in a tree, all that sort of shit. Yeah. So I believe you'll have some fun with it.
It's a good fight. We both suck, we both got cooked.
Yeah.
You know, as I'm cooked up, Arman cooked me.
Yeah.
Have a cook-off.
I love that. That's how we sell this fight. He's shit, but he's shittier than me.
We're both shit, but he's shit.
I mean, it's a great way of selling the fight, and I would love to see it. So wanted to get his reaction to it. And Moicano is money on YouTube these days. He is killing it as it pertains to. Oh, I screwed up, huh? Oh, I screwed up. I wrote the wrong time. Did any sign of him?
No.
Yesterday I wrote 3, and then when I was doing my quick reminders before the show, I wrote 3:30 for some reason. Rare that I do that, but you know what? I'm actually like slipping a couple. I think I'm getting old, guys.
No.
Yeah.
I'm the best of us.
Before the show, what I do. Okay, he says he's coming on. Why did I do that? I screwed up.
You know, as a habitual screwer-upper on the team, it happens.
He said, give me...
Are you the habitual screwer-upper? Or?
You leave that for you to decide.
Yeah. Right before the show, I'll text everyone, and I'll be like, talk to you at 3:30, talk to you at 3, talk to you at 2:30, talk to you... And this time, I don't know why I wrote the wrong time when yesterday we agreed to 3. Why did I do that? I feel like I keep making... did I make another mistake recently? I'm not used to making mistakes. No? Okay. No, when it comes to the times and the booking. Oh, wait. Yes. Guest tomorrow. I can actually tell you who's on the show tomorrow, and I screwed up. I gave them the wrong day. Tomorrow's program, we will have On the Nose. Actually, I do believe the post is up right now. arielhelwani.substack.com is where you can leave your questions. We'll do On the Nose at 1 o'clock, top of the show. Very excited to share that the great Vince Russo, former WWE head of creative, former WCW head of creative, now working with Juggalo Championship Wrestling. I know Frank's a big fan.
ACP.
He does a great job on YouTube. And I mean, I've been watching his stuff for years. I've seen him on TV. I mean, like Vince Russo is a legendary figure in the world of pro wrestling. He'll join us tomorrow. Very much looking forward to that. The great Waldo Cortez Acosta going to be joining us. New York Rick and GC, very excited about that booking. Alfie Davis, who is going up against Usman Nurmagomedov on the first PFL card of the year, February 7th in Dubai, is going to be joining us as well, the pride of the UK. And the often imitated, never duplicated Winged C, against our better judgment, is going to be joining us as well, coming off his tough loss on the Anthony Pettis Fighting Championship card this weekend. What does the chat think of that? Chat, what do you think?
Blowing up. They're like, yay.
That sounds like our chat.
I don't see anyone.
Oh, shit, they're popping off.
I actually do. I think we're a little bit delayed. Wait for it.
Smiley face.
Wait for it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, shit.
Here it comes. You see?
Go. Wing C.
Okay, please.
Uh-oh. RA-YH7HS is not happy with it.
I will take the batteries out of it.
The goat, yeah. Tell us, GC, tell us about Wing C. Tell us why people are... Tell us what you know about Wing C.
I was wondering what you knew, man.
Give us
You're
a little...
interviewing him tomorrow. I was just curious what you know about him.
Give us a little background on Wing C, a little history.
Street Beefs alumnus.
Yes.
6-1 as an amateur fighter.
Half dozen in the other?
Fought on APFC this weekend. Unfortunately, head kicked into the ether and then choked out. Came up on the short end in this one. But he does have a couple wins this year. Quite the character. Famous for his walkout where he wears wings either on his back or on his arms, and then he climbs up the cage and then does like a superhero jump landing into the octagon. Has trained with Demetrius Johnson.
By the way, not for nothing, you know a lot about Wing C.
Yeah, like, I mean, got to research these guys.
Yeah.
Fought the Maple Man, some Canadian, a couple weeks ago. He won.
This is actually kind of crazy how much you know about him. He won? He fought a couple weeks ago and won?
Yeah. He's got several wins.
He's active.
Big meme guy on IG.
Yeah.
Not really my flavor of meme, but a meme guy nonetheless.
Not a big fan of Zoom, I've learned. More of a Discord guy.
Is that how he asked to come on the show?
Yeah.
Well, we got one option for you, WC.
Yeah.
It's going to be Zoom.
Can you even do video chats via Discord?
Yeah, we could accommodate.
Frank's the Discord and Reddit
Wait a second, Frank. You're telling me we could accommodate this?
Yeah.
He's going to be over the moon. He says he doesn't like Zoom.
I mean, if there's a real ask, we have a real
How do you do it? How do you do it?
We would have Discord on here with the right settings, just like we do Zoom.
No, we're not doing that.
All
We're not.
I'll just tell him in his ear, like, "Hey, man, I heard you want a Discord."
Hey, man, we have certain standards, procedures.
Yeah, Zoom is the bastion of good standards.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, honestly, I thought Discord was like, where you go and chat, like a message board. You could
like
do
where
video.
You go and have Discord.
I didn't know you could have video. Can you do phone calls there too? Is it like Skype?
You can have phone calls. You could stream. It's great.
Wow. All right.
Zoom is for, as the kids say, old people.
Wow.
As the kid, really? Is that true?
Yes. Zoom was like, people were like, okay, it's fine. And then COVID happened. They're like, oh, we have to use Zoom. It's like, there are other options.
Meanwhile, some 12-year-old listening to Frank talk about Discord and Zoom is like, listen to this old fuck. Like, they're on some shit that you didn't even know about.
When you do interviews for other people, sometimes after the show, are we using Zoom or are we using... I don't want to give out shout-outs.
Yeah, who cares? There's like Riverside, StreamYard.
Yeah.
Also, I like how you avoid shout-outs from other companies as if we're sponsored by Zoom.
Who cares?
Zoom isn't paying us.
Yeah.
Wait,
it's
they're
just
not?
what we use.
And why are we using Zoom?
And by the way, quite frankly, I've always felt like Zoom was the most reliable. Am I wrong about that?
I didn't know what Zoom was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, most people didn't. We used to be Skype only. And then we went to ESPN and they wanted us to use FaceTime. And then, of course, we had a nightmare where everyone's phone number got exposed, and that was awful.
Can you hear Rick right now?
Yeah, it's good news.
I swear sometimes it's like, hey, Renato, how you doing, man? You mind just like framing up for me? And then other times it's like, hey, Renato, thanks so much for joining. And it's like booming throughout the
He's got to meet their energy, Sometimes they're coming in low, and sometimes they're coming in hot. I don't know. I think Zoom is good. And no one, by the way, no one has ever asked us to use something else, although I can tell you that when I was texting with Waldo's coach about tomorrow, they said, do you want to use StreamYard or Zoom? And no one has ever asked me that either. So I don't know what it is about tomorrow.
Times are changing.
Last show before Thanksgiving, everyone's getting all crazy. Anyway, perhaps our next guest has a thought or two about this. I screwed up. I gave him the right time yesterday, and then I gave him the wrong time today, but look at this pro. He comes on, no problem. No questions asked. He's killing it on his YouTube. His YouTube channel right now is on fire. He's also part of the Show Me the Money podcast. Look at this. Look at this guy. He's got the Money Moicano podcast, the Renato Money Moicano podcast, and primarily these days speaking in Portuguese on the YouTube channel. So it's not necessarily for the likes of I, but I'd love to see how well he's doing. He's the great Renato Money Moicano. Kind enough to join us. Okay, he can't hear us. He can't hear us. Let's just go to Moicano right now and say hello to him. There he is. Hello, Renato. How are you?
What's up, Ariel?
I'm sorry.
How about you?
I gave you right time yesterday, wrong time today. So I'm sorry. I probably confused you a little bit.
Don't worry, no problem at all. Ariel, I cannot see you, but that's okay. I'm listening you good, but I cannot see you.
Okay, I can see you just fine. You look fantastic.
Okay, so let's go.
Let's go. By the way, your YouTube channel, the one where you're focused on Portuguese stuff, you're on fire these days. You're killing it.
Yeah, I'm getting a good views. I'm doing live streams and all that stuff, trying to make some money outside fighting, and I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Did you feel like if you focused on the Portuguese market, it would be better for you? Is that why you're doing more Portuguese these days?
Yes, because the MMA media and the MMA YouTube on America, like you have big names, you have a lot of people that have huge followers. So I thought like if I do the same thing like in the Portuguese channel, I think that would do better because I don't have as much as competition and I think I am even funnier like in entertaining in Portuguese. It's easy for me in Portuguese.
Oh, yes. I've seen a lot of your reactions. Very, very fun stuff. Obviously, part of the reason why I wanted to have you this weekend was because of Dan Hooker's fight against Arman Tsarukyan and then him mentioning your name afterwards. First, let me ask you, what did you think of the fight? And is that how you thought it was going to play out?
Yeah, no disrespect to Dan Hooker, but he was not in the same level as Arman in the wrestling. So I knew that would be like an unidimensional fight, and that was, Dan Hooker did well, like on the feet on the beginning, but I think he did a huge mistake, like pulling for the guillotine twice, and was just I saw the fight playing out like that.
What about the way in which he got out? Arman got out of the second guillotine where he did that spin to get out. As someone who knows a thing or two about jiu-jitsu, very impressive, no?
Yeah, but at the same time, I think Dan Hooker did a terrible job, because in the end of the day, he had the guillotine, Arman roll the tail, the gator roll or something like that. But if Dan was a little bit better on the grappling, he would take his back, That was an easy position to take his back or to even to have a choke over there. But I think he got a little bit confused and he let it go the guillotine and he let it go the stuff. To be honest, I never seen somebody doing a escape like that. That was a little bit confusing for me.
So now Arman is very, he's very vocal about wanting to be next, to fight for the belt, to fight Ilya. Do you think he should be next?
Hey, Ariel, you know me, I don't like Arman Tsarukyan that much, I don't have nothing against him, but to be honest, right now, he is the guy to fight for the belt. I think with the performance that he had, and if you watch his record on UFC, he only lost to Ganra, and that was a very hard fight. There was a split decision, if I remember. Maybe I'm mistaken, but there was a close fight, and then he lost to Makhachev on his debut, with very short notice. So the guy against Joel Alvarez, he did a very good job, and now he beat Charles. Was a split decision too, but after that one, I think he's the number one contender. I think he should be fighting for the title next. I think there is no doubt. If you're trying to see who is the best contender, I think right now, with no doubt, is Arman. I think UFC is not gonna have any option to put Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett is number 5 right now, but let's be honest, he just beat Tony Ferguson, fucking Michael Chandler, and I don't even remember who somebody like Bobby Green, and he's number 5. Doesn't make any sense to put Paddy Pimblett to fight for the belt right now. And even Justin Gaethje, he won his last fight, but he lost to Max Holloway before. I think, no doubt, Arman should be fight for the title next.
Who do you think wins, Arman or Ilya?
I think Ilya. I think Elias Topuria is the best fighter right now on the lightweight division, and it's going to be tough, to beat Makhachev, because Makhachev has a game that is very boring. But it is what it is right now. It's very hard to beat Makhachev, and I think even on the pound for pound rankings, because the 2 belts and all that stuff. But to me, Elias Topuria is the best fighter in the UFC right now. If you talk about striking and grappling wrestling, Makhachev might be better on the grappling wrestling, but Ilya Topuria is a knockout artist and a grappler and a submission artist. I think he is one of the best, and he definitely could be the greatest of all times. I think Ilya Topuria has everything together.
Wow. Do you think if he moved up to 170, as he is saying he wants to do very soon, he can win at 170 and beat Islam over there?
I don't know if he can beat Islam. I think that would be very hard, especially him being that small. He's not big even for a lightweight, But I don't doubt him. A guy that knocked Volkanovski out, knocked Max Holloway out, knocks Charles Oliveira out. I think he could possibly go to 170 and beat Topuria. He will not be the favorite for sure. He will be the underdog. But if he does that, he's the greatest of all time, no doubt.
Okay, those guys aside, I'm sure you've seen Hooker saying after the fight he wants to fight you. He says the both of you suck. That's how he put it. What did you think when you saw this?
I just laughed, That was a funny call out. I think that was even funnier because I think at the beginning he said like Hunter called him to see if everything was okay, and he answered the phone and say, "Hey, Moicano sucks," and that is something that I would do it if I was in his place. I would say the same thing about Dan Hooker. I think he doesn't deserve to be on the top 5, on the top 6, and he's right. I fucking suck. He sucks. But the only thing that he's missing out that he's way, way worse than me. No ground game, doesn't have knockout power, doesn't have wrestling, And unfortunately for both of us, UFC not gonna do this matchup, I think the fans would love to watch me and the Hooker fight, but I don't think UFC is making that fight.
Why not?
Because let's be honest, we both old, and they probably want to feed like young contenders prospect, to get in the rankings. Right now, Dan Hooker is the easiest way to get on the top of the rankings, and I am number 10 too, so I don't think they would do that, I think what they will do is BSD against Dan Hooker. I think that's the move.
Why?
That's what they want. Because look, you guys remember what they tried to do with BSD on France. They tried to put me over there so BSD could beat me and keep climbing on the rankings after he lost to Dustin. And then after he lost to me, he beat a guy that nobody knows. And then he beat Ruffy, and then his hype went up. And then he beat the other guy. And then he beat Benil Dariush that I lost, unfortunately, brother. I'm so sad with this fight, brother. I cannot believe I lost to Dariush, but it is what it is. And then he's young, He taps into the European market, the French marketing, and he's still very young. So I think they want him. They want to keep pushing him because and he's good. Let's be honest, BSD is good and he's young. So that's why I think they will try to push him and Dan Hooker. I think that's what they would do.
In your opinion, you mentioned the Dariush fight that was in June. What went wrong that night? Why didn't it go your way?
I'm not trying to make any excuses, but now I will do the excuses.
Okay.
I think in my mind, I thought that's going to be an easy fight, Through the whole camp, I was telling myself that, man, that's going to be easy. Motherfucker is old, And as we watch on the last pay-per-view card, BSD against Benil Dariush, he cannot take a punch anymore. We saw that, I think he's close to be done with the sport. I think he doesn't have the same chin. He's still very good, especially on the grappling, and that's what I underestimate him, because on the first round I did okay. I knocked him down, and then on my head I say, okay, that's going to be easy. I just have to go over there and punch him again. But then he threw me a very good left hand, and then I was afraid, I fell, and then I shoot for the takedown. I was on my back to the whole second round, and that drained my energy, and then a fight that I thought that would be easy was getting harder. And on the third round, I was exhausted, and I was asking myself, I thought that fight would be easy. Why is not going my way? And then I start to doubt myself in the middle of the fight, and that's what I think, But it is what it is. A fight is always like that. You think it's going to be in a way and could be in another way. And I'm not taking anything from Dariush. He's still good in the grappling. He still has a very good jiu-jitsu. He was never great at striking, but at least he has knockout power. But his chin durability is done. We saw that on the last fight. That was a very short punch, and BSD got him hurt really fast.
When you saw that, and considering how your fight went against BSD, and I know all the fights, it's MMA math, but when you saw that, did it make you feel worse about your fight? Even worse now because you beat the guy who beat him?
No, not really, not really. I don't think in things like that. What is in the past, in the past. Like, there is nothing that I can do to manipulate the past or to make myself feeling better. No, I don't think like that. I thought that BSD would win, and I was just surprised. It was a knockout in the first round. I was surprised that was in the first round and that fast. But I don't feel nothing about the fight.
Okay. Are you surprised at how BSD has made a comeback since 2024 when you lost to Dustin and you?
Yeah, I was surprised, but I knew BSD, he has that heart. You cannot take this out from this guy. From his first fight in UFC against Zelensky, I don't know, the Eliseu Capoeira, on the welterweight, he survived 3 rounds of a beatdown. There was a beatdown, and BSD, like I say on my fight, when I was supposed to fight, when I fought him, I tell this to everybody. He's very strong. He's very, he's not gonna give up 100%, but I think he's a little bit dumb and he's underestimating me, because I watch his fights, and when people shoot for takedowns, he will say, okay, I'm going to put in the butterfly and I'm going to sweep. But I have been training grappling for a long, long time. And I say, there is no way that I can be on top and he sweep me like that. I'm going to beat his ass. So was more like a matchup, I thought, man, I can really hurt BSD the way he fights. And that was what happened. But I knew that he did not give up. He never gave up. Even on the Dustin fight that he lost, he was tired, but he was still going on. So I think he has a heart for fighting.
Your last fight was in June. It's already almost December. Do you know when you're going to return yet?
No, I don't know yet. I'm waiting for a good fight, for a good opportunity. I hope it's Dan Hooker, but who knows? Like I say, I don't know if UFC is going to do that or not. I think it's a good matchup. I think it's a fun matchup. I think we both are in the rankings, but that's not how UFC operates, and that's for them to decide. But if they offer me a good fight or a bad fight, that's to me to decide, Right now, I'm not too worried about fighting. I'm making a lot of money outside fighting, not only with internet, but I have other stuff that I'm doing, that I'm putting my money on, that I'm making money outside fighting. So I'm not too worried, I love fighting. The money that I make from the UFC is good, but I'm 36. I'm looking to other stuff right now too. So depends on who they offer. Depends on I'm not too worried about coming back too fast. I need to get better too. I need to get back to training, real training, and let's see what UFC has to me on the next year.
Are you talking about the Bitcoin? Because I saw today it's going down a little bit.
It's going a lot of down.
What is happening here?
That's good.
That's good?
Of course, that's good. Let me tell you something. Do you like soda? Do you like Coca-Cola? Do you like what do you like to buy?
Water. It's healthier.
So do you like water?
Sure, yeah.
If the price of water comes down, you will buy more, right?
Sure.
This is just like Bitcoin, I don't worry too much about the market prices and fluctuation. That could be a lot of stuff, Right now on the Bitcoin community, there is a war going on with the developers, They're trying to modify, maybe they will do a fork. I'm not sure if they do that, but some people are confusing about the protocol. They're trying to put like ordinals. They are trying to put like images inside the blockchain of the Bitcoin, and some people are very conservative about that. So there is a war between developers on the Bitcoin right now, and on the other thing is the market is very is a little bit down nowadays because all that stuff, the tariffs and all that stuff that is going on with the world and all the uncertainties. But I'm telling you, today is 2025. I'm not worried about the Bitcoin price in 10 years. It's for sure. Bitcoin for sure will hit $1 million. I don't know when, but it will. I have no doubt, because the way countries and economy are structured right now is on debit. You can ask this to anybody that knows how money and works, and money and politics works. Right now right now USA is in a almost 37 trillion debt, and that debt is going crazy. Every country is working on a debt, and that's why Bitcoin will jump the price. So it's not about how much Bitcoin will be worth, is how much value the dollar will lose. And the dollar is the strongest currency in the world, is the reserve. But eventually people gonna lose the faith on dollar, and there is no other currency to compete with the dollar. But even the mighty dollar will fall, because the governments and economy and central banks, they simply keep printing money and debasing the value of the currency. So I'm not too worried. If you understand that, if you believe on the thesis that Bitcoin will keep still going up, you don't have to worry about market fluctuations. You just have to buy. You just have to focus on how you want to buy. DCA, lump sum, how you going to do,
Okay.
So,
okay.
Of course, the price matters a little bit, but not in the long term, So I'm still believe on this thesis. I still believe the USA is not going to get better. The economy is not going to get better. China, the economy is not going to get better. Brazil is not going to get a bit better. They will still, we still have populism. We still have people like promising free stuff, and the value of the money will still be the base. So that's why I still believe in Bitcoin.
This is why I love speaking to you, because you give us a worldly perspective. Can I also just ask you, Kyoji Horiguchi won on Saturday, and then he called out Alex Pantoja. This is an ATT versus ATT thing. How do you feel about this when you heard about it?
Man, I was streaming at the time, and I was so happy because people don't know. That's the power of the UFC, Ariel. Everybody that knows Kyoji know he's a killer, and he's funny, and he's like a character. He's a guy that you talk to him and you love him. He's a guy that very charismatic. Yeah, but fighting in like Bellator, PFL, or even Rising, people cannot appreciate like the way he talks, the way he fights. But then he goes to the UFC for the second time, and he does what he did against a really tough Dagestani fighter. And then he went on the microphone and say all that stuff that he did. I was like, I was laughing my ass off, brother. This guy is so funny, and he's so likable. And I think him beating the guy the way he did, and the way he worked on the mic, I think eventually, if they make that fight, will be huge for Pantoja, because they will be able to sell the fight. They will be able to trash talk, and this is going to bring a little bit of visibility to the division.
For sure.
So I think Horiguchi is a very good asset for the UFC. And like I say, you go to his Twitter right now, he's getting like 20K likes on the post. He's trending right now because UFC, people don't realize what UFC can offer to you, and it is visibility. Nobody can compete with him in combat sports, not only MMA, but I mean in martial arts, and I think fighters, they need to take advantage of that side of the business, because you can make money outside fighting too, using the visibility that you get in UFC. So I think that's great for Pantoja. And by the way Pantoja handled the stuff was great. He's very humble, and he was genuinely happy for Kyoji's success. And he said, okay, if he wants to fight me, of course, that would be great. Right now I have to focus on Joshua Van, but I think that would be a great fight. So that just show the character of Pantoja too. So I'm very happy to see Kyoji and Pantoja in the same division, as much as this could be like how do I say that? This could be like a mixed feeling, because they both are my friends and they both are ADT. But I think that's great for both fighters. That's great.
Last quick thing. What is your message to Dan Hooker?
Dan Hooker, easy fucking money, brother. You are fucking turtle in a tree. Everybody wants the free ticket to the top 5. And let's see if they give to this old man over here.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Renato. Really appreciate it. You're the man. Go check out the YouTube channel. You're doing incredible things. Always great to pick your brain. Much love, my friend.
Thank you so much for the platform that you always have me on your show. And see you motherfuckers until next time.
Okay, there he is, the great Renato Moicano. Always great to speak to him. I'm being told that we do have some breaking news, guys. I was lamenting yesterday that our call with Arman Tsarukyan, our chat, it was going so well. It was cut short unceremoniously, and then we were trying to reconnect with him. And even today, I said I woke up, I was feeling like I didn't get to say goodbye. I'd love to say goodbye. I'd like to have a conclusion to my conversations with people, whether it's with top fighters or just, regular people on the street. And now I have gotten word via the producer speaking in my ear, as they always do so nicely and kindly, that Arman is back to say goodbye, to finish the conversation. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
So sorry that I didn't say bye to you yesterday.
Yes.
I had a bad connection and my phone was dead. Let's answer a couple more questions.
Okay, I appreciate it. By the way, why every time you come on, your phone dies?
I don't know, bro. It's because you call me so late. It's like 12 a.m., 11 p.m. And it's the end of the day, and my phone is always like 5-10%. And yesterday I had 15% because we were talking a lot. And
jeez.
I don't know.
I know. That's my fault because I keep you for too long. And this is your way of saying, make it shorter, wrap it up, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Only a couple of things I wanted to ask you, and then I'll let you go. I did want to ask, because you were right there when Khamzat and Ian Gary had their little thing. What is your perspective on what happened there?
No, Ian Gary came with the cameras and he wanted to say congratulations, but he misbehaving and like he trying to take some attention from Khamzat, and he got it, what he wanted.
Okay. Do you feel like he crossed the line?
He crossed the line, yeah.
Was Khamzat upset?
Yeah, he was upset because it's not good when you come and you don't know him, you're not good friend with him, and like punching on his back, like it's not good, and saying hi like that. It's
right.
It's not good for our culture.
I saw you.
Respectful.
Right. I saw you today. You retweeted a clip of Ilya. So this is new. This is good that we're speaking, where he's speaking in Spanish in an interview, and he talked about fighting Paddy and then moving up to 170. And then you responded and said that, this guy is not trying to fight me. He's not mentioning my name, all this stuff. Can I ask you, here's the tweet right here. Could it be any more obvious that El Pato, as you call him, is doing everything in his power to avoid fighting me? Tell me, what is your reaction when you saw this clip?
I mean, it's always same thing, He's he wants to make easy fight, and I'm so tired from that, and I hope UFC gonna tell him, hey, you're not fighting with a petty Pimlet, you're fighting with Arman Tsarukyan. Don't call his name anymore.
Is it frustrating that you have two massive fights on your hands here, right? You have Islam, you have Ilya, and right now it's hard to get both of them. Does that frustrate you?
No, my focus is 155. It's a Ilya. I want to get title here. I'm a real 155 pound fighter, and that's why I want to be a champion here and then defend that title as much as possible.
Okay, but do you think eventually you will get the Islam fight? And can I just ask, which one means more to you? Just the opponent, beating Islam or beating Ilya?
Right now, beating Ilya.
Even though the history is with Islam? You have more of a history with Islam, right?
Yes, I do have, but he moved to 170 and he's not going to come down anymore.
Okay. Who would mean more in terms of beating? Like, who don't you like more?
Ilya Topuria.
Why?
Because he's a fake.
Wow. Why do you say that?
I mean, on the real life, he behaving different. On the camera, he's talking shit and like completely different guy.
Okay. What did you have for dinner tonight?
I had barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Barbecue. Yeah, big barbecue. We're on the boat with my friends. And,
Wow.
Yeah.
You make it
Just-
yourself, or someone makes for you?
No, we have a chef here. And he's from Russia as well, and he made good barbecue. Shashliki.
What's that? What's that?
It's a meat.
Okay.
Russian Armenian meat.
Is this your new watch? I see you have a new watch now, a different one from yesterday.
No, this is old one.
Oh, okay, all right. One day I want to come. We're gonna have a meal in Russia.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a lot of food, bro.
I'm invited.
You ready? Always.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
But after when I get the belt, we will fly to Russia.
Okay, deal. It's a deal on the private plane.
No. We're gonna fly. We're gonna fly. Not private, but
Why?
no, it's a too long distance. It's like
Okay.
16 hours nonstop.
You fly commercial?
Yeah, U.S. and Dubai, U.S. commercial.
Okay. But then once you're in the region, then you fly private.
Yeah, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. You can fly. Jet.
No problem.
Take the jet. I can fly economy class too.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, you're a regular guy.
Yeah, for me it's not a problem. So I'm not rich like Ile Tapuria flying private jets always. And I put Tapuria nickname under the carpet.
Yes, I saw that. You don't have that?
I don't have jet. You're supposed to have jet, not fake like he did, like fake carpet with his name or last name, and like even how you can put your last name on the carpet and everybody like stepping on that thing.
You don't think he owns that jet?
Oh my god! No way he owns that jet.
Why not?
You know how much cost that jet?
No idea.
Approximately maybe 20 mil.
Serious?
At least 20 mil.
You don't think he's making that kind of money now?
No way he's making 20 mil.
But no, over the course of his career.
No, he didn't make 20 mil yet. Maybe in a couple of years.
Right. By the way, last thing, since we last spoke, any news on when you might come back? Anything discussed between your team and
Nothing.
UFC?
Nothing. Maybe today we're gonna have any news.
Oh.
And I'll let you know.
You're the man. Arman, now I can say properly goodbye. Thank you so much. Congratulations. I just don't like when it ends and we don't get a proper, goodbye.
Yeah. But we did it.
We did it, my man. Thank you so much. All the best. And we'll talk to you soon.
You too. Bye-bye.
You're the man. There he is, the great Arman Tsarukyan. There he is. We get to say goodbye. We got to say goodbye.
Is this your way of telling me I'm just taking too long? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hey, Pete. How are you?
Good.
What's up, Pete?
We got to say goodbye. We get to say hello. You say goodbye, and I say hello. Hello. Who's got better hair, Arman or Pete right now? Because I think it's neck and neck.
Oh, Pete's is fantastic, but that quaff that Arman's got is unbeatable.
Yeah, he is an aura god right now, isn't he, Arman?
I can't get enough. I was telling the crew while we were having lunch, I think he might be like the one who exudes the most aura right now in the UFC. It's unbelievable.
And then we had Shavkat at the start of the day, a different kind of vibe.
What was he like, Connor? Tell us, what was he like, Shavkat?
Oh, the yawning. Did you watch it, Pete?
Well, I was watching it, right? And Elaine just came in from work and she's watching the screen and she doesn't realize there's a translator speaking. And she's like, he's yawning, right? So he's like, and she's like, how's he doing that? And I was like, what? She's like,
in his defense, it is a bit
how's he doing
tough.
it? She thought Zoyat's voice was talking. Like she thought that was like, Shavkat was speaking as he was yawning. It was very
That's a ventriloquist act.
In his defense, he has to sit through these long translations. He's sleepy.
It's 10 o'clock.
I don't mind the yawn. I don't mind the yawn.
I actually appreciated the
duck off was great.
But it's so funny.
But
right?
the yawn wasn't done yet by the time he came back.
Yeah.
He was like,
I think he was trying to tell me something, and then he was just doing the like.
Oh, when he's trying to eat
that's
it.
what I felt. He was like, "Oh, fuck this! Oh my god!"
If you watch closely on the watch parties, there'll be a couple times where I do one of the.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
And you eat the yawn. You swallow the yawn without opening. It's just one of those just...
Man.
I'm a right out in front yawner.
Oh, yeah.
I
You don't give a fuck,
Rick
Rick.
gets the bear stretch.
Yeah.
And then the lip smacking after.
Oh, yeah.
You know. No, I'm not a lip smacker.
Sleepy, man? You tired?
I'm not a lip smacker.
You have to
Don't
be
start
over
that.
55 to do the lip slap.
I don't lip smack.
Guys, what a day, huh? I mean,
Incredible.
Shavkat, Devin Haney, Carlos Prates, Renato Moicano, Ben Whittaker, and a surprise Arman Tsarukyan appearance. And now a PT cameo? PT, where you been?
Just chilling, you know what I mean? In the cut, waiting, just waiting. I was like, should I explode onto the scene now? When he's got the times wrong there, I was like, maybe this is my chance.
Yeah.
Maybe this is my chance. No, it wasn't. Alas, I was like a coiled spring here the whole time, Ariel.
Well, I appreciate that. We all know about your No Monday show after a fight night.
I'm pretty adamant about
show.
No Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he
Fucking
said,
adamant
listen.
about it.
He was like, listen, I said what I had to say, and that's that. But luckily for us, there's more to say, guys. There's more to say. Can we weigh in on John Jones's travels to Mother Russia?
John Jones, an apartment in Chechnya.
Yeah, it sounds like he bought an apartment in Chechnya.
Great real estate prices over there.
You know, some people want a beachfront property in South Beach. Others are going to Chechnya. You wake up today and you just see a litany of content from John Jones. I think he attended Ramzan Kadyrov's son's birthday, he said. Here's some video of John and Kadyrov doing a little wrestling training. Oh, a little knee to the stomach. Oh. A little Conor McGregor, Donald Cerrone there.
This is dirty fighting.
Dirty boxing.
No, you gotta do it. You gotta add that. That's legal.
Shoulder.
Hey, tell them this is MMA, not boxing.
MMA, you
Okay. This is good. Good stuff there. PT, what do you think of that scene over there?
It's weird, isn't it? Does John know what the crack there? I don't like.
Actually,
I saw the tweets as well, and I was like, I don't think he's aware of the situation here.
Well, PT, let's read the tweets together, shall we? Here are some of the highlights from John. Very early in the morning, obviously there was a time difference, so early for us, midday for him. Someone asked, was that takedown legit? Everyone's posting it. Oh, which takedown are you referring to? JDavis_0613. Here is said takedown. Here it is. Here's John Jones and Khamzat Chimaev. PT, give us a little breakdown here.
I mean, basically, Chimaev's just a beast. He's got the double unders. Jones, you know what I mean? He's got a beautiful body lock, as we can see. Twists him to the ground. John says, you know what? You're pretty strong, dude. Bye. And he is like, it's you know, you see lads locking up like this. The Khamzat's a beast, man. It's crazy.
Shout out to JDavis_0613. Everything that's going on with this whole scene, he's just concerned on whether or not the takedown was legit.
Do you think John's really upset?
He doesn't look upset.
No.
He says no videos, but I think he's
got a giant smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's definitely not upset.
What a match.
He's living his best life. Let's, you know.
Yeah, he's pretty sure of what he's done in his career. You know, he's pretty sure, like, you know, his legacy will stand the test of time. I don't think he's too worried about this.
And now he's a real estate investor, killing it.
Well, his response to that question, by the way, the JDavis_0613 question. Yeah, the takedown was legit. Young man is in tremendous shape, and there was only so much I could do on that concrete. What a great host. I'll never forget my time in Chechnya. He continued on the Twitter and said, someone said, do a grappling match. I was approached the other day about grappling DC for charity. I said, absolutely. Let's see what comes of it. 3-0. You know what? I should have asked Arman about Carlos saying that he was offered a grappling match against him. I was so taken by the aura, I forgot. Doesn't matter anyway. The fights or the match isn't happening. I'm surprised. I guess Arman's been doing a lot of these grappling matches. I guess now he's close to the belt, so they don't want him doing it. Anyway, DC versus Jones in a grappling match? I don't think DC is doing that, right? I mean...
If they paid him enough.
He hasn't been active.
I'd watch it. Do you remember we were saying...
You wouldn't be down if they threw a bucket of money at DC?
I would be down, but DC hasn't fought since, what, it was 2020.
It's grappling.
I know, but man, the body, like...
What are you saying about DC's body?
I'm saying that the body is
trimming up,
beaten
mate.
up. No, I'm not talking about the weight. I'm talking about like his body is stiff. His body has been beaten up. John is an active fighter. John last fought a year ago.
I got faith in DC to be.
I mean, I would love to see
one more
it,
time.
but I just, what's the point? What's the point? What else is John saying over there on the tweet today? What is he saying? Oh, and my guy Gable is going to be the top heavyweight on the planet within the next 14 months. Mark my words. I don't think a lot of people are disagreeing with John, to be honest.
And it's a great story, isn't it, for the heavyweight division? If Johnny is done, like to have him then in the corner of Gable Stevenson as he tries to take on, say, Aspinall, still the champion, it'd be fucking.
Oh my God, could you imagine that? Yeah. Could you imagine that? Could you
Just
imagine?
for the record, his name is Gable Stevenson.
Stevenson,
yeah.
Stevenson.
Yeah, it's.
I was talking to Andy Stevenson
Who's the chap?
just briefly and mixed them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same build.
Chill out. What else? What else is John saying? Someone said, "How was Chechnya?" It was awesome. I was invited by the President Kadyrov. I spent the day celebrating his son's 18th birthday, got to shoot exotic weapons. My favorite was the RPG. Was never served so much food, ate like a king. Why does it feel like it's like a ChatGPT response?
No, it reads like my daughter talking about like doing a book report, talking about like her day. Like, we shot RPGs. We ate food. Like, okay, cool.
We shot a bunch of guns. My favorite was the RPG.
Yes, we did it. This was my favorite. Then we ate.
There was another tweet from him where he was like, I was so proud with how I handled myself on the shooting range. Like how a kid would be like, yeah, I played really well in basketball today at school. Anyway, what else did John have to say over on the tweet today? Is there anything else? What about you and Pereira? It's a little bit out of my hands. I'm getting in shape. I'm lean and completely capable of hopping into a training camp. I guess time will tell. Either way, life is good. Someone else did ask him, hey, like, would you be okay not being in the main event? And he said yes, of the White House card. What no one has asked him yet is, if you don't get on the White House card, are you done? Is it White House or bust for you? That's unclear. And also would love to know from the UFC's perspective, if you're not putting him on the White House card, would you be interested in putting him on another card?
That's fucking illegal.
Is it though? Is it? John was talking, guys, to a person named Jeffrey Wu recently. Did you guys see this clip?
No.
Some of my motivations aren't traditional anymore. You know, I don't think I care about what most fighters would care about.
Yeah.
You know, most fighters wouldn't turn down $30 million. They just wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
My goals are different than other people's these days. It's a more matter of legacy. What would make more sense?
Yeah.
Do you fight the guy who is impressive right now, who no one, I don't think, is going to really care about a few years from now? Or do you fight the guy who's going to be remembered around the world for a very long time? I mean, in Brazil, Pereira is an absolute idol right now. Pereira, literally, one of the only things he says is trauma.
Yeah.
And people are, trauma! No one even knows what it means.
Yeah.
But he has that it factor, and that's a part of the reason why I wanted to compete against Pereira. The brand that he represents, the energy that he has behind him, will be remembered more than just 5 years from now.
Yeah.
For example, Aspinall just had a close fight, and people are already writing him off.
Yeah.
His journey hasn't even started yet, and he's already almost moved on. When I was 23 years old, I was fighting the top guys in the world.
By the way, can we just pause it right there? This
Tom
would be akin to someone saying, oh, after the Matt Hamill fight, oh, John Jones, like people are writing him off because like, you know, he lost via DQ. I know it was a little bit different, and I know that maybe it was a little bit more competitive, but it's such a crazy take. The main thing is, we can continue to listen to it, but like the main thing is like none of this actually bothers me as someone who wanted to see John Jones fight Tom Aspinall because he's no longer the UFC heavyweight champion. I'm all for John fighting Alex Pereira because he's no longer holding up the division. He's no longer stopping other people, and Tom Aspinall in particular, who was the interim champion, from realizing his own dreams. So I'm all for him now chasing whatever fun fight, whatever big fight he wants. I do think the way he's convincing himself of, you know, Aspinall being a nothing and never was and soon to be a non-factor in the sport in the heavyweight division to be a little bit crazy. But yes, Alex has been around longer. Yes, Alex has been on top longer. He's a 2-division champion. Like, yeah, you can't really compare the resumes. There's no doubt about that. So none of this stuff really bothers me. It's completely different. If he's saying this time last year as heavyweight champion, then yeah, that's why we were so upset. Now I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, you want to go for that fight? go for that fight. You've earned the opportunity. You've earned the right to dictate how your future ends. Of course, I'd love to see that fight, but I'd also love to see the Alex Pereira fight. Do you know what I mean, guys? Like, I'm not. A year ago, I feel like I'd be all like hot under the collar listening to this, but now I'm like, yeah, okay, go for it. Do your thing.
I'm in the same boat, and I've always been okay with John versus Alex, but I do wonder at this point, do we need all the pot shots at Tom Aspinall? Like, is it necessary? Why even talk about Tom Aspinall? His whole thing was, I don't care about Tom Aspinall, but it seems like the only topic he is ever talking about is Tom Aspinall. Let Tom Aspinall do whatever Tom Aspinall's going to do, and then we could talk about it if ever a future date comes where all of a sudden the temperature changes on that. But like, why even bring up Tom Aspinall? I'm sure he's asked, and I know he's just answering questions, but like every single time it's just an opportunity to shit on Tom Aspinall.
It is weird. I don't get it.
If he's so insignificant, don't talk about him.
Yeah.
And there is a disingenuous nature of the idea of you talking about Tom Aspinall when the offer was on the table and you were the reason it didn't happen, right? Like you can shit on Tom Aspinall all you want, but there is a reality that when his name was on the contract, you didn't sign. So I don't know, just leave Tom Aspinall alone.
But then he just justifies that with like, I have bigger goals than that. I'm not here for the money.
That's
I'm here
fine.
for the accolades.
That's fine. I'm all for it. I've always said I was the one beating the drum that I thought Alex versus John was a bigger fight than Tom versus John. I said that at the beginning. I say it now. It's true. But like, then don't talk about Tom. You don't need to talk about Tom. There's no business with Tom then.
PT, why do you think he continues to dig at Tom when he's not in the running to fight Tom? There is no talk of him fighting Tom. There's no one really banging the drum at this point to have him fight Tom because Tom's next assignment, we know it. It's the Ciryl Gane rematch.
Well, I think it's because there was so much conversation about, like, has this affected his legacy? Not taking this fight. I think he's kind of, like, getting one back for that. Like, look at this guy. Look at what happened with Ciryl Gane. Even though there was absolutely no closure with that fight, it was still very much a fight when it was stopped. I think that's his way of kind of like being like, really, like this guy was going to be the biggest test of my legacy. You know, this guy, the fact that I haven't fought him has tarnished me, one of the greatest fighters of all time. I just don't think you're ever going to get shots off on Jones and without him coming back to get his. And that's probably that kind of attitude has made him one of the greatest fighters of all time. So I'm not entirely surprised by it.
Yeah. This is the thing with John. He's always going to try to do the like holier than thou, I'm above it thing, but he'll always get those shots in. That's been the thing throughout his entire career. And again, it's the fight game. You don't have to be best friends. I'm not bothered by it. I'm not offended by it. I'm not even bothered by him trying to get this fight. Honestly, I have no. The UFC should make the fight. Like, yeah, he turned it down. Obviously, don't offer him $30 million, but like, make the fight. Give us the fight. I have no problem with that. Let's see Yuri fight Carlos Elberg, have Alex move up to heavyweight. If he wins that fight, have him fight Tom Aspinall. Like, let's go. It's all right there. Here's the thing about the UFC right now, and I said this a few months ago, less than a few months ago, maybe a month or two ago. There are an incredible amount of fights on the table for them right now. Like there's this triple threat match between Ilya and Islam and Arman, and they're all connected to each other, which is super weird in two different weight classes. And there's this triple threat match with Tom and Alex and John Jones, and they're all connected to each other, spanning two different weight classes. And there's a bunch of other interesting things going on. And I want to see it all, and I'm afraid that there's a chance we may see none of it. There's an actual chance that none of these things happen, and there's a chance all of them happen. And sometimes none of it happens. And more often than not, none of it happens. And that concerns me. But like, there is a chance that 2026 can be an all-time year, an incredible year, or like a real sort of, a real sort of letdown.
Dud.
Yeah. They're all right there. There's so many juicy fights, like literally right there. It feels very boxing-esque at the moment, where it's like all these teases, all these tweets, all the like. Please just give us those. They're all right there. Give us Ilya versus Arman. Give us Islam versus any one of those guys, honestly, and then maybe one of those
Kamaru,
guys.
let's do it.
Stop it with that.
Yeah.
I do have some breaking news, guys.
Oh.
I am seeing here from our old friends at MMA Fighting, Mike Heck and Guilherme Cruz, that Arnold Allen versus John Silva is targeted for UFC 324 in January. That's the January 24th card. And I can say that I heard the same. First reported by them, shout out to them. But yesterday I saw some reports of Arnold Allen moving up to 155. I don't know if you guys saw that as well. There's a lot of fake stuff out there right now.
Wasn't that him?
I was going to say, I think he tweeted out that he was going to move up to 155.
He said that. He said that.
No, that Mateus Gamrot, that he was fighting Mateus Gamrot?
No. That he wanted to go up to 55.
Oh, I was just talking about the Gamrot fight.
Oh, yeah. No,
so
I don't know.
I checked in on that, and I was told that wasn't true, and then found out about this one. So I like that fight. What do you think about that fight for Arnie, PT?
Really like it. I think it's an opportunity to make a statement immediately. And look, if he can implement his game plan, I think he can do really well. This is if he's trying to make a big jump, I think this is the way to do it. Silva's a big name. I really like it.
I love it. Big fight for him, back in the mix. Bounce back fight for John Silva. And this is one of the first fights that we've found out about the new year. That could be happening. Still don't know if that January 24th card is going to be the first card of the year. Historically, they'll do a fight night or two before a PLE. But that is an interesting one. Another interesting thing that just came by here is courtesy of KSW, guys. Ooh. How about this? Did you see this? No. A new addition to the KSW rule set. KSW would like to announce that starting from XTB KSW 113, apart from losing a part of his or her salary, each fighter who fails to make the weight limit at the morning weigh-ins on the day before the event shall also lose a point in the first round of the actual fight. This penalty will apply to everyone who will not make the required weight limit in their given time, meaning during the morning weigh-ins on Friday and in the additional hour. How about that? This is something that some people have brought up. Missing weight, the money isn't enough, you should walk into the fight at a disadvantage. Don't really hate it. Anyone hate it?
Drama to weigh-ins too, right?
What do you think, PT? Do you hate it?
I don't hate it. No, I think it's a new layer of drama for weigh-ins. It would give people an extra reason to watch. And look, there's no doubt that people feel hard done by when their opponent misses weight. And fair enough. I think the money is a kind of a thing. You take it on the day just to make sure the fight's all right. You feel pretty good about yourself. But weight is huge. If you can go in that with that kind of advantage into a fight, it can have a massive, massive difference. Especially if you think someone's gamed the system and they've put you through the weight cut when they haven't. They haven't pushed their body to the limit that you have, and they don't have to kind of rehydrate, refuel in the same way. I don't think it's exact. I don't think it's exactly making up for that kind of a situation, but it's something, and I think that's what fighters want to see.
I kind of dig it, to be honest. Now, of course, KSW kind of does its own thing. This isn't the athletic commissions here in the United States. They're not adhering to this. But I don't hate it. The sport has to evolve. And more often than not, don't we see guys missing weight, go into a fight, dominate? This would make you think twice. You would think that the money, the hit, the pocket, that would be enough. But this is a nice little wrinkle. How about KSW doing their thing? Man, the European scene, PT, your neck of the woods killing it right now. KSW Octagon, that incredible submission yesterday. You saw that? We showed that yesterday.
Yeah, crazy. And then they have that big card now on December 28 as well. Will Fleury and Martin Boudet. That's
huge fight. Yeah, they're getting consistently 22K, 20K, the big stadium shows. Who's hotter right now?
It's KSW and Octagon is beef, man.
Why is it beef?
It is the battle for Eastern Europe. You know what I mean?
Who's hotter right now?
I think Octagon, honestly.
Really?
And I think KSW, obviously is the prestige brand there in that neck of the woods, but they just did a better job of tapping into Western Europe as well and the English-speaking neck of the woods. And I think that had a lot to do with a certain Alan Murphy, who was working with them for a long time, because he would be feeding journalists left, right, and center. He's an amazing guy at doing that, keeping people interested. He'd be ringing you. You might have a 30-minute phone call about a prospect that's making his debut. He was literally force-feeding you this stuff, but it made you automatically interested. Octagon are doing similar things they've tried many things. They had the Ultimate Fighter style show with Brad Pitt and Paddy Hewlin back in the day, but they are signing guys from this neck of the woods. We saw Shamrock. We've seen plenty of guys now coming through that Octagon into the UFC, and they have these stadium shows that's impossible not to think it looks spectacular because it's so different. We just don't see things like this anymore. Have they walked through the door that KSW opened? I believe so, but they're taking the ball and running with it now.
Shout out to Al Murphy. Best in the business, in my opinion.
Legend.
Best in the business. Guys, last week we were dissecting the pound-for-pound Misfits boxing list. I do believe they have come out with their pound-for-pound list.
Okay. These are new updated rankings.
Updated. Just came out today?
Just came out today.
Darren Till 1, Chase Demore 2, Andrew Tate 3, okay. Tommy Fury 4, Anthony Taylor 5, Fox Teg?
Fox the G.
Oh, Fox the G.
Yeah, rightfully so at 6.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. Tony Ferguson 7, of course. Dean the Great, who we talked about. Slim, of course, talked about him
Your
a lot.
guy.
And Mystery Fighter.
Love him. He's my favorite one, actually.
So what does that mean? How could a Mystery Fighter be ranked 10th?
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's a mystery, man.
Okay, but like, it's not a fight. It's not like we're doing like 5 versus 5. So how could it be a mystery? Is it just like choose your own adventure?
You'll have to wait and
What
see.
is happening? Hang on. Are these rankings, or is this kind of some setup to a fight that's happening?
I don't know. These are actual rankings released by Misfits.
Yeah.
Anthony Taylor.
How
at
could
5.
you vote for Mystery Fighter? How could you vote for Mystery Fighter?
Dylan Dennis getting an opportunity to break into the Misfits top 5 is huge. Andrew Tate, no fights, 3.
Yeah.
We're getting 2 versus 3, and our guy Till's holding the crown at 1. Love it.
Shout out Tommy Fury.
It's fight business.
Right there.
Yeah, it's right there. It's big business. Maybe your friend Donna Corby can explain this to you.
Donna's going to have to get him on the phone after this.
Yeah, you might have to get him
will
on
know
the
as
phone.
well.
I like
He will
PT
definitely-
implying that somebody actually voted for this. I like PT thinking that there was a world
What are you
where
trying to
there was
say?
some kind of like voting process for this.
The voting was the graphic designer. Just
Are you calling the Misfits rankings into disrepute here?
No.
Keep my fucking name out your mouth.
I'm suggesting that voting would be rudimentary compared to the selection process that happened here.
Yeah,
this is the only way to do it.
Feels like they should be advertising that Demore Tate is 2 versus 3 more.
That's a huge deal. Yeah. Winner gets Darren Till versus Tate.
Neither of them are fighting Till, are they? Let's be honest.
The uncrowned boxing pound for pound list, not as prestigious, dare I say. We can get there one day. We're working on it. But these have just been released. Terrence Crawford, number 1, guys. Alexander Usyk, number 2. Naoya Inoue, number 3. So it's always a jockeying a position, especially at 1 and 2 these days. Dmitry Bivol, number 4. Bam Rodriguez, number 5. Junto Nakatani tied for 6 with David Benavidez, who has moved up 3 slots. Artur Beterbiev, number 8, tied with Shakur Stevenson. And how about Devin Haney, number 10? Devin Haney, who has won 3 belts in 3 different weight classes, number 10, below some other champions who have only won in 1 weight class. Very interesting.
Where's Mystery Fighter in those rankings?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why it's not as prestigious.
I think Haney replaced Mystery Fighter. That's why.
You think so?
He went up the rankings. Yeah.
And if you notice, it said not ranked.
He was
Right.
off. He
Right.
got over Mystery Fighter.
PT, what's going on with your computer here? I'm getting some frantic messages. What's happening?
Yeah, we don't really know.
About to die?
So I get these updates, and they're just like, "Hey, listen, your computer's about to restart, mate," and happens often. And Andy knows this. How many times does this happen, Andy? 1,000,000 times.
Yeah,
and I
it
got
gives us a heart attack every time.
Yeah. So, look, I've kind of got this standoff with the machine at the moment where it's prompting me to put in a password. I'm not going to put that in, Ariel, just for you.
Oh, wow.
Stay here.
Well, I'm worried about this because now you're going to disappear. You're going to do the
I will never disappear from your life, okay?
thing.
Don't you worry about that. I'll be
and
here.
then it's the thing that's going to bother me, and then we're going to have to get you back on the show tomorrow, like with Arman and all this stuff.
Isn't he on anyway for on the
Yeah,
nose?
no, he is. It is hard to get him sometimes.
If I've updated the computer, that is.
Why do people call it Irish goodbye, by the way?
That is a good question.
Like, what does it have
The
to do with
hard thing is
Ireland?
getting us to leave. I never really understand that.
Yeah.
The problem with drinking with an Irish person is they're like, where can we go next? Like, is there anywhere else open? It's never like, do you know what? I think I've had enough. I better go home. That's something you don't hear an awful lot of, you know?
Yeah.
If you watch the boys in the back, we actually did a pound for pound French list, and actually, the Irish goodbye was cribbed, was taken, was stolen from the French. It was called the French leave, actually. So it actually is not Irish. It started with the French people.
I'm happy that you mentioned that because I just wanted to expose that PT doesn't watch.
Yeah. No,
Nor does he update his computer during the times that would be appropriate.
He's never seen boys in the back.
While we're doing a bit of house cleaning here,
yeah.
I did just want to point out, because we moved on from the John Jones situation.
Okay.
I sent a link into the group chat earlier this morning, like his post about Kadyrov and everything like that. And it actually enlightened us to a fact that has broken New York Rick's heart.
What's that?
One of the biggest John Jones defenders in the MMA space, one of the biggest John Jones fans, his GOAT, has him blocked on Instagram.
Wow. That is unbelievable. By the way, me too.
And we have no idea why. He's a completely private account that just posts pictures of his kids with 423 followers.
Wow.
John Jones has him blocked.
How do you feel about this?
He was hurt. I can't lie. In real time, he was hurt. He was like, man, what the fuck is this? Couldn't load it up. I was like, oh, it's loaded for me.
I feel like that's a little tip of the cap. Are you upset about this? You've actually been...
It's a little bit of a betrayal,
yeah.
I will admit. The one man who stood on the side of John Jones for the longest possible time, many would argue way too long. Many would argue in spite of any logic and decency. And
you've taken a lot of bullets for him.
I've taken
I'm actually shocked.
arrows for John.
You've never wavered, even when you could have.
No, I still stand 10 toes down here today. But I must admit, the heart's
The discovery was painful to watch. He was like, "Oh, he must have deleted the post." I was like, "Nah, I see it right here." He's like, "It's not showing up for me." And then I was like, "No, I got it on my laptop and my computer. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here." He's like, "Oh, John must be private." I'm like, "Nah, man. Nah, he's not private. Is there any chance he has you blocked?" Goes to his page. This page doesn't exist. Yeah, he's blocked by old JB.
Man. What about on Twitter?
Good.
What about on Twitter?
No, not on Twitter. No.
Flying clear on Twitter.
Okay.
We're still in there on Twitter. We're still in there on Twitter.
Twitter would actually make more sense.
It makes
He's
sense.
active on Twitter. He is completely in lockdown mode on IG.
He's been removed from Twitter as of right now.
I too, by the way, I am blocked on IG, but not on Twitter. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is it maybe an association thing? Did I do something wrong? Did I say the wrong thing? I've always been an advocate for one.
Did you hear that hand slam?
Yeah, that was that was
some
like,
emotion in that.
That was
like a water
yeah.
bottle.
No, it's all good. It's okay. It's
was
okay. We're
heartbroken.
good with it. We're good with it. We're okay.
Hashtag not blocked by Bones.
It's all good, John.
By the way, you deserve it. I mean, you deserve it. You linked up with me. You probably said something that was not, in complete like glowing praise of him. And if that's the case,
I actually find that hard. Truthfully, there wouldn't ever be a world where that happened, but
he probably saw you one time in one of the clips, and he's like, "Let me search this guy." Blocked.
Cute kids. Blocked.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, who knows when it happened? Anyway, not hurt. I'm all right. I actually have come full circle. We're all good. We're all good over here. Happy to
Peace
live in the
and
world.
love. Peace and love.
Yes, thank you. Frank, do we have any super chats?
It wouldn't be an episode without him. I seen the show yesterday and seen you guys talking about make Paddy versus Ilya righty now before the hype dies. But DDP faced off with Izzy and fought a year later, and their fight was still exciting? ?
Was it?
It was alright, yeah.
It wasn't as hot as had it been a year prior, right? And by the way,
are you back on the Paddy versus Ilya train?
No, I'm just saying I think it's a bad example. No, it's got to be Arman versus Ilya. There's too much heat now. Now it feels like it's way too personal. I actually feel like there's no heat to Ilya versus Paddy anymore. Like the one thing.
What do you do with Paddy now then?
Give him Gaethje. It's actually it's quite easy and actually quite logical.
I think the reason why we were all kind of like this is happening is because nothing was being announced, right? I think we're all like, this is happening. I don't know how it happened. It sprouted and then it just stayed there. Like Ilya and Paddy, we all thought it was a given. Then Arman does that. Then we have the slap video resurfacing. We have the boys at each other's throats. I mean, it's a compelling argument for Arman, definitely.
I mean, to call that a slap video is quite kind.
It's a pure slap.
He just necked him. He
Gentle
just, grabbed
caress.
the neck.
He was trying to sun him.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Hello.
How you doing?
But don't you agree? Paddy versus Gaethje makes all the sense in the world.
I think you can still build the heat between
could
Paddy and Ilya.
But right now, what has the most heat right now?
Paddy and Ilya still.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're crazy. No. Serious. There's like genuine disdain there between Arman and Ilya.
I feel
You think Ilya loves Patty? You think?
I feel like it's different.
They saw each other, and Ilya was immediately like, "You pussy."
Yeah.
He's like, "Calm down, chorizo." I do love that. Adding the Spanish flair to his typical sausage insult.
Yeah.
Is all
Did he
time.
really say that?
Yeah. He said, calm down, you chorizo.
When they were walking, when he was walking by him? That's incredible.
What's funny is that they were like, "What's up, man?" And then it immediately turned to insults.
All right, Ariel's back with us. He's back.
No.
Dude, you play that chorizo clip, crowd goes crazy.
Arman versus Ilya is probably my most desired fight for 2026.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Name another one.
Alex John.
Arman Ilya.
John.
Arman Ilya.
Islam Ilya, 162.5 pound for pound belt.
Yeah.
Arman Ilya.
What about Ilya Islam, the one that everybody was salivating over?
Arman.
Isn't that what I just said?
Nah.
I'm literally
some kind of.
I tell you, Arman Ilya Arman. That's my most desired fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Stop it, please. Oh my God.
What else, Frankie? What else?
Doing a 5K in the rain while listening to the show.
Oh.
Thanks for making this easier.
Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. What's your name? Sorry, I missed it.
Hanashi, legend.
Oh, yeah.
Legend who is the leader of the Salsa Boy militia.
Oh, yeah. You doing your 5K on Thanksgiving Day, Mr. GC?
Yeah, I'm going to get it in.
Turkey trot? What is it?
I'm just going to go run by myself.
Oh. Don't you usually do like a thing? Like an organized thing?
I haven't done one in 7 or 8 years, but
No, that's not true. You've 100% done it since you've been on the program. 100%. You've done it. I remember.
No, not an organized one.
100%.
I just go
When
run
you
by
lived
myself.
in another state. It's true.
In Connecticut, yeah, I would just go run by myself though.
What else, Frankie? What else?
Ariel, do you think this entire continent is truly ready to host the World Cup come next year with all the logistical and political concerns?
Yeah, I think
What a question.
I think we'll be fine.
Whether they're ready to or not, they're going to.
Yeah. I wonder what prompted such a question, right?
I mean, you're a worldly guy. You would know the answers.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Who's to check?
Who is to check? I got some email here. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh. No. Just one injury. What's this? Oh, what else, Frankie? What else?
Any fight news for Chase Sherman?
The GIF King? Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
What a guy. He was prolific on Twitter back in the day.
And he was the king of the gifts.
Yes. That's like when using GIFs was kind of like provocative.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, he was like...
Shoulders.
Who'd you give the zest to yesterday?
The shoulder.
Who did I do it to? I don't remember.
Who did you do it to?
Oh, what was it?
Yeah, you did this. You were mocking
It was the
someone.
reporter who wrote you about the Anthony Joshua
Oh, yeah,
stance that
PC.
you had.
Say their
Yes.
names.
How dare you talk about us UK media members like that? Say their names.
What did you call them, curmudgeons today? Which one of these curmudgeons was saying this?
Yeah. How dare you? Say their names.
It is
The voice affection.
The list came out of nowhere.
PT, I was giving you props. You broke it down very nicely. By the way, PT, did you happen to catch at the press conference, Ian was talking about like that he was the protege and this guy, and then Islam was...
I will say.
Islam was asked about it at his press conference. Did you see that?
He refined it a bit more for you, I felt. Like it was a better delivery on the show yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah. Protege is an interesting word.
Lineage.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't say...
What's going on?
Ireland...
Wait, what's happening? Where did they go?
Who's to check?
Is anyone there?
I mean, I'm here.
Where did they go?
Is it a fire alarm?
Nah, you guys got this one.
Oh, okay, they're out. Okay, please, PT. PT, tell us. I thought there was an actual.
Yeah, well,
fire
when he was doing the protege thing, I was going like, I don't think that's the word I'd use. He's definitely McGregor's his muse. He is his inspiration. I'll have that all day. And to be fair, he didn't come on here and be like, we need to rectify this for Ireland. Like he's saying, I'm the new generation of Conor. He's the new generation of Islam. I like that. You know what I mean? I don't mind that at all. And I hope he gets it. Like, to be fair, out of everyone that's came on the show, he's made the best pitch.
Yeah.
So we said it on the post show. I think he deserves it. I hope he gets it. Yeah, that's pretty much.
And of course, he hails from, a part of the world known as Ireland, and the other guy hails from a part of the world known as Dagestan, Russia.
Yeah, I saw you calling it Ireland v Dagestan 2.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I did that just for you. I did that just for you.
We already had Ireland versus Dagestan.
No, not two.
No, this is actually 3. You're right. 3.
It's 4. It's 4.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Well, this year, do you know
You're right.
how many fights has been between Ireland and Dagestan?
How many?
5.
Is that true? Wait, 5 just this year?
Yes. Yeah.
God, this is more of a rivalry than I
I'm gonna get.
imagine.
I'm gonna get.
We're 5-0, GC. We're 5. That's Dagestan. They are 5-0.
Oh, they are 5-0. I was like, wow. I'm gonna get an email from what's the top paper over there? The Sunday Express, the Daily Mirror.
Nah,
what is
don't
it?
worry about that. They aren't watching.
No, in Ireland.
I bought them all on Monday for the reaction. Don't think they got the fight.
The Independent. What is it?
The Independent also didn't cover the fights, unfortunately. No.
How dare you?
You have to do it with an English accent.
The same guy or a different guy?
How dare you lump us all together? How dare you insinuate that there is a rivalry between these two proud nations?
Somebody's going to turn that into just a GIF. Of shoulder moves.
Guys, I got an email.
But there isn't, right? Like, you know that, right? There is no.
I've never suggested that there is. There's 2 guys who hate each other who happen to come from these 2 very unique places on earth, and they were lumped together. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, it's sort of like saying like there's no connection between New York and Indiana, but there is now because it's Hicks versus Knicks, and they hate each other as a result of their sports teams hating each other. This is the same thing.
Some people beg to differ, though, right?
Some people beg to differ. It's not the
Some people.
I need to go back and watch the OG clip. I need to see the heat that happened here, that birthed this.
There was
this
real
new
heat.
rivalry.
Guys, I just got an email from someone who's saying that they were sending me the new. Wait a second. The new unified rules scoring criteria. Page 20, the MMA judging criteria clarification document that was proposed by the MMA Rules and Regs Committee at the August ABC conference and approved by the ABC body. And so now I'm looking at it. All bouts will be scored by a minimum of 3 judges, evaluating each round individually, scoring in favor of the more effective MMA fighter. Judges will evaluate the relative. Okay, this is what Andy Foster was on the show. Okay. Dominance, effective techniques, number scoring system. Okay. I'm going to pour over this later. I wasn't sure if there was
sounded pretty similar to the existing.
I'm just going to pour over this later. But I thought that there was some breaking news there. What else, Frankie? What else?
No, false alarm, Frank.
Oh, no. It was a potential breaking news that we have
That's
now
why I faded
thwarted.
out.
We thwarted the breaking
The
news.
last super chat is actually something you've already answered. Opinion about KSW taking a point for weight miss.
How about that? Well,
That came before we broke it.
Oh, I dig it. Are you excited about Wing C on the program tomorrow? PT.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah.
Gonna maybe update your computer before Wing C joins us.
You're
so you
hanging
can watch
on.
the whole
And
thing.
maybe send me a computer that doesn't fucking update 5 times a week.
I mean, and I hear the quote. Andy told me.
Oh,
he's
do you know what I say to him? I sent him
only
a
turn
picture of it,
this
and Frank
laptop
goes,
on when
"Oh,
I
there's a
do
way
my
around
show."
this. There's a way around this. Oh, thanks. Fucking a year later. Thanks very much, Frank.
I'm sure we've said
That's
it
great.
multiple times.
Cheers.
Frank, you gonna take that from him?
The Dagestanis are known to keep their computers up to date.
Oh, wow.
You know, he actually
was born.
he actually goes by Pete C because of Winged C.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that?
How's he gonna bounce back from this one? That's what I want to know.
By the way, Connor, can you tell us why is he referred to as Wing C?
That I actually can't tell.
First question.
Yeah, that's got to be the first
And you
question.
nailed every question earlier. GC again.
I actually don't know.
And is it really a head tat?
It must be new because I've seen like videos from just a couple months ago and he didn't have it. So it must be brand new. I can't wait for it. I mean, that's my most anticipated interview of 2025.
I mean, last show before Thanksgiving, everyone's out.
You got to get in a wacky mood, man.
Get the eggnog, the spice. By the way, speaking of wacky, before we go, Pizzi, what's this promotion in Poland where they have people dressed up as clowns? Are you familiar with it? You have your finger on the pulse of the...
No, I don't watch the clown promotion. What are you talking about?
You don't know this one?
No.
Are
you sure?
Are you
fucking with me?
Are you teeing up a video right now?
Yeah, do we not?
No, we didn't. We had that yesterday.
No. They showed it to me at the beginning of the day.
Did they?
And I said, oh, I forgot about this. Let's play it. Did you guys delete it?
No, we got it.
Yeah, here it is. Here it
Go on,
is.
set it up again. Set it up again. I'll pretend.
Here it is. Here's the clowns.
What?
Oh
shit! Nothing funny about this.
Yo, he kicked him right in the head.
Is that guy in a Squid Games costume?
He is in a Squid Games costume. It's hard to be about that business with that kind of face makeup on, no?
Also, there's only one clown. It's not a clown promotion. There's only one guy.
Are you not familiar with this promotion?
Is it Fame?
Short
two. I think it's their second event.
Mate, the amount of fucking promotions in Poland, they are mad bastards out there. Honest to God, they're wild as fuck.
Also, powered by Prime. Is that Prime the drink? Amazon Prime?
I'd imagine no.
I'm going to say
Who's
neither.
to check? It actually looks like neither.
Yeah. I don't
based on the logo.
There is one
Short
more
two.
super chat
Oh.
that I feel like we should get to.
Yes.
Says, I have not been able to watch for a while, and it's so great to see you guys now with my new job. I'll be able to watch. I missed you guys.
Welcome back,
Heat Defender. Shout out.
Always need a Heat Defender.
I actually hate the Heat.
You do?
Nah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know, this guy's actually a defender of it, believe it or not.
And I will go on the offensive.
And why do you hate it?
I hate it. What is this? We're going to wear the sunglasses? Yeet.
Yeah. What does it even mean? Yeet?
Here, can I ask a serious question?
Yeah, go ahead.
When is John Cena's last fucking match? Because I swear to God I've watched 8 of them.
It's
I keep on
too,
thinking it's his
man.
last one. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It has dragged
Next
on.
week, this time. And then he comes out with the towel for the last time. And I'm like, but I fucking watched you last week, mate.
Yeah.
And you said exactly the same.
No. In fairness, it's been a year-long celebration. They always said that the last match would come in December. It is going to happen December 13th in Washington, Saturday night's main event on Peacock here in America, Netflix, rest of the world. And they've dragged it out. And dare I say, I don't think it's gone according to plan. I don't think it's been a huge success. And let's see how it finishes before giving our full verdict. But I think the tournament to decide who's his last opponent feels a little bit lacking of imagination. Like, I wanted a hot storyline to end it, right? Like a hot storyline. A tournament to decide who's going to be his last opponent feels like it's not, you know what I mean? Like, this should have been the culmination. We never got a resolution to what happened with him and The Rock. We never got a resolution to what happened with him and Travis Scott. They pulled the plug on him turning heel. His last match at Madison Square Garden was a 6-man tag. It's just felt like a long, drawn-out thing that didn't quite hit the way in which I think a lot of people thought it was going to hit at the beginning of all of this. And I'll be the first to say, I have great love and admiration for John Cena, but he's not one of my goats, if you will. He's not on my Mount Rushmore. I don't have the same sort of affinity that I think people who grew up with him do. I thought it was cool, retirement tour. Let's see if he actually sticks to it. In pro wrestling, you don't usually stick to the retirement match. But I agree with you, PT. It has felt like a little bit off. But in fairness to them, they haven't promoted this is going to be the last one. It keeps building to what will be the last one, which is December 13th in Washington, of all places. I thought maybe it would be Boston or MSG. Washington doesn't really have like a great connection to him. So
will he wrestle?
I just kept seeing like the last time here.
Well, that's because because the slogan used to be like the time is now. And so now the last time is now. It's like the last time he's in this place, last time he's in this. But the last match is December 13th going up against.
Is it the last match?
Historically in wrestling, John Cena's what, 47 or something? John Cena.
But it's done this is the last time 52 times or whatever this year, and everyone's meant to be still like, this is class.
No, it's because they changed the color of the T-shirt, PT.
48.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They changed the color of the T-shirt.
Yeah, the merch sales are out of control for John Cena.
Historically
Did we not watch one 6 months ago?
Keep the retirement.
Where
No.
it was the last one.
No.
Just the last one there.
It was always like the last.
Last Mania, last time at MSG, last SummerSlam, last everything. It's the last time he's doing it all.
But the last match, the point final, as they say, is December 13th.
I don't buy it.
Now, historically, yeah, that's the thing. Historically, they come back a year later and they're like, here I am.
But by the way, I don't think, look, cash in and then come back. People will be happy.
Be silent for like 3 years and then let the hit one night. And everyone will go ape shit.
I think he'll come back sooner than that from just an appearance perspective. Oh, wow. Shit, that's a throwback.
That is a throwback.
He'll come back at like a WrestleMania and they'll bring him out as a legend. I think he will wrestle again, though. I think they'll bring him back soon, but
I actually think the smart money is on that. Like historically, you don't stay retired in wrestling.
Why?
Even The Rock comes back like 10 years later. Like everyone comes back.
It's not actually pro sports. You can come back.
Wasn't The Rock involved and then he just disappeared as well? I swear to God, I was watching The Rock do something one day and then he was meant to be in
He was at WrestleMania one day with Travis Scott.
He did this. He did.
Yeah. It was a great moment.
Remember
John
that?
Cena, everybody popped.
What was it? It was like this. It was like he went like all the way up the face, and then he never showed up again. He never appeared. There was no conclusion. It was so weird. And then they had the whole Netflix thing, and it's like, oh yeah, you were reminded that they never actually properly concluded this.
3 years from now, The Rock will come back, and then him and John Cena will do it together, and we'll get the conclusion to the thing.
I think he went on interviews and like addressed that he was like, yeah, it was just better for me to step away.
Do you remember back in February when we were debating like what would be the more impactful like turn, like Hogan turning the NWO or this? This is actually like a fart in the wind compared to that. You know what I mean?
Someone called that at the time, I remember.
Mark
Someone was like,
Raimondi.
this is no way in comparison to the whole Hogan.
Wasn't it Mark? I thought it was Mark.
No, it was Helwani.
Yeah. Thank you, PT. You know, that's why I love you, PT. That's why I love you. I did buy Mark Raimondi's book. It's great read.
Based off this whole thing. It was great.
Yeah.
Fair play.
You finished it?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Respect.
Quickly. Ate it.
What was that, Rick?
What?
You were saying something and then he interrupted you to give me the props.
I thought it was Mark. I thought Mark said that.
No, you were about to say something.
Now that I think about it, I think it was Mark too.
I thought it was Mark.
I'm pretty sure it was Mark.
Oh, you're saying you thought it was Mark?
Mark?
No, it was me. I was the one, and I got heat for it, and I took bullets for it, and I.
What I was going to say was
proverbial.
We knew how the NWO thing played out. You had to
Sure.
kind of see how
I said that too, by the way.
and it's been.
And now we've seen how it played out.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Well, you got to wait for Saturday.
3 years. No, 3 years from now when it really reaches its
Exactly,
conclusion.
Jason.
You got to see how Saturday Night's main event on December 13th plays out. Only on
You doing a post-fight show?
By the way, just want to say before we go, Conor Benn and Devin Haney going off after our interview on Twitter. Have you guys seen this? Devin Haney goes off on Conor Benn. Source of Boxing recapped what he said on the show, gave us credit, shout out. And then Conor Benn writing, Devin Haney, you little something. Are you still suing Ryan for battery? Come see me soon, and you'll actually be involved in an exciting fight. We know where you practice all that hugging.
Yeah, and then he did a little Photoshop, you know?
Yeah, a little Photoshop.
What was the Photoshop of?
It's just hugging him and someone else.
I need to see it.
And then Devin Haney writes, you the same something that tried to come and say what's up and shake my hand last night, then get on Twitter talking tough. That's why I ain't shake your hand, because I know you really a something. That's why you tucked your tail and walked away. You want to argue on the internet for clout. And then Conor Benn writes, you was with all your security, you little something. Is that a bad word? I'm not sure if this is a bad word.
Something is a bad word, yeah.
Come try and step to me anywhere, and I'll iron you out there and then. I love when the Brits get involved in the trash talk, because it's like, you know.
Iron
That's a
out
frotch line.
is an all-time frotch line.
I'll spark
the
you,
man,
right?
The man. Iron you out is...
Does the Cobra need to come and iron you out?
That's right.
Cobra's coming to iron out Jake Paul.
Hey, Carl, good to see you.
Well, there you have it. There you have it, guys.
What a day.
A lot happening.
Lasted the whole show. Like me mastering the machine. That's
100%. You made it happen. And
Frank,
now
give us a show and I'll tell you how to do that, yeah?
Frank,
show. I'll let you know.
Please get with him and he'll show you how to do it after the show, right?
You have to open the laptop from time to time, Pete.
Listen, mate, never close it.
That's the issue.
Sometimes the problem's between the chair and the keyboard. You just got to fix that.
Guys, it's time to go. It's time to say goodbye. Time to say good. A reminder, if you're looking for a last-minute Black Friday deal, you can head over to arielhelwani.com. 20% off. Why are you laughing over there? There it is. The official merch store of the Ariel Helwani Show. Much more to come as far as new styles and profiles. If you're looking for a coffee mug tumbler for that special someone in your life, well, we've got the perfect one for you. And if you're looking for a nice little t-shirt, we've got the perfect ones for you. So do check those out. Thank you to everyone who sent in their super chats. I'm very excited about tomorrow's show. Vinny Rue on the program. Your questions as well. arielhelwani.substack.com is the place to be for all the questions. So do send them in a timely fashion, and we'll get to as many as possible. This will be our final show of the week. Everyone taking off for the holiday, and rightfully so. I mean, it is one of the all-time great holidays of the calendar year, and everyone deserves a break here and then. But we'll give you enough to chew on, as they say, as we head into the holiday break, and a pretty quiet one in the world of mixed martial arts. There is the Ben Whittaker fight. We spoke to Ben about it, and I look forward to that. And there's a couple other bits and bobs, or is it bips and bobs? I'm not sure which one it is, but it's a good week to lay low. Anyway, thank you, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Devin Haney, Ben Whittaker, Carlos Prates, Money Moicano, Arman Tsarukyan. Thanks to you, thanks to them. Back tomorrow, same time. Peace. I'm out.